And welcome everyone to the Chess.com Bughouse Championship. I'm Grandmaster Benjamin Bach, and I'm excited to be joined today by GM Pepe Cuenca. Pepe, how are you doing today?
Hi Benjamin, it's a pleasure to be here with you. First time doing commentary with you, so I'm really excited to see what's going on today in this Bughouse Championship.
Yeah, it's a pleasure as well to be commentating with you. And yeah, let's have a look at the format as we see here. We have an exciting format for all of you today. It's 8 teams of 16 players. Every team has 2 players. It's a double elimination bracket, and this one is a little bit different from the other community events we've had. It has a 20-minute countdown timer. Also, we should notice, Jose, is that the teams will need to win by 2 points. So if there's not a 2-point difference, they will keep playing. And the time control is 2 minutes without any bonus time. And Pepe, that must be pretty challenging for the players, right?
Of course, as you said, they need to get these 2 points difference, and they can actually keep playing till tomorrow if they don't have this these 2 points. So who's playing today, Benjamin? Who are the players?
Yeah, and it could be a pretty long event. But yeah, let's move on to the bracket to see who's playing in today's event. We see here, we have Isaac Chiu and Yannick Awatramani. Perhaps the people here are a little more familiar with their Chess.com names. Those are No Chewy Candy and 12teen. Then we have Jeffery Xiong and Red Nova. Jeffery Xiong and Awonder Liang. 2 of the, definitely the strongest team in terms of normal chess. We also have Lars Oskar Hauge and Mark Plotkin, also extremely strong team. We have Emerald and 111 Michael. We have Jenna 217 again with Crazy 8. And then we have VJ Baker against Chicken Crossroad. We also have Pegu and Helmsnight, also 2 specialists in Bughouse. And we have Zixon and Bughouse Knight. Here we see their real names. But Pepe, if we look at the bracket, who do you think could have an easy road to the winner's final?
Well, of course, as you said, in terms of chess knowledge, Jeffery and Awonder Liang, of course, are the favorite. But as you already know, last year, Isaac and Yannick, they already won the championship. They're big experts in Bughouse, and they also played in this tournament that was organized in the Philippines, and they also won there. So definitely, they are also big favorites. And I don't know about the underdogs. Who do you think is the underdog in this bracket?
That's a good question. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew that No Chewy Candy and 12 Isaac Chiu and Yannick were specialists in Buckhouse, but didn't know they were that good and that they also won the
Mhm.
event in the Philippines. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on them. Yeah, really excited. Like I said, I watched Jeffery Xiong and Awonder. So yeah, I don't know. Looking at the bracket, I think there's perhaps a good chance that we'll see those two teams facing off in the winners final. But the good news is that it's double elimination, right? Even if a player loses, they still have a chance to come back through the losers bracket. So we'll definitely have an exciting. Yeah, here we see it. If we zoom out. However, if you do drop down to the losers bracket, the road becomes pretty long to reach the grand final.
Right, right, right. And I also wanted to say that Guillermo Vasquez, he's a grandmaster from Paraguay. He's one of the guys that I know from the bracket. He's extremely good in tactics. So, and I know he's really hardworking person. So maybe, he started to train in Backhouse. How about you? I mean, I didn't play. I used to play a lot Backhouse when I was a kid, but I stopped playing like for so many years. It's something that I usually play, or you're not playing at all.
I play very occasionally. Yeah, I used to
Mhm.
play with a friend of mine, but we had not played for years. But actually, like a couple weeks ago, somebody was hosting their birthday party in the Netherlands, and then we were playing a few games in Buckhouse against others, and the team dynamic was there again. So I like playing, but I'm definitely nowhere near as good as these guys because these guys are insane. They are magicians on the Buckhouse board.
Right. The only thing we used to do was to sacrifice on F7 and on F2, hoping for the
Yeah,
best, But I'm sure they already have the theory for sure.
yeah, and I remember one of my first Buckhouse games. I was playing with black, and it went something like e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. I went knight f6, and then he
Right.
sacked an f7. I took, I think, like knight g5, and I think I even went king g8, pawn f7, and
Right.
that was it. So
Right.
it was a pretty, pretty brutal welcome for me to the Buckhouse. But yeah, like I said, sacrificing on f7 always effective, especially if you've got a few pieces that you can drop in.
Right.
But these players are definitely not going to fall for that. So I'm really excited to see what they have prepared and what magic, what trickery we'll see from the players.
Perhaps we can also explain the rules, right? So it's two versus two, right? It's 2+0 time control. And it is allowed, if I'm not wrong, to place pawn on the seventh rank, right? And also it's allowed to, to enter a piece with mate, right?
Yeah.
And what happens if they promote? I think you can choose a piece, right? Whatever you want.
Yeah, so great additions indeed. Okay, well, we're already on the way, but perhaps let's explain everything real quick. Indeed, pawns can be placed between the second and seventh ranks.
Right,
Places can be placed with mate and with check. And if you promote a pawn, you can choose a piece. However, if that pawn is captured and given to your teammate, it will be a pawn again. So it's not like you promote, they capture it, and then they
right.
give their teammate a queen. It'll just be a pawn.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So we already started, right? So who are we having there?
Yeah, so here we have Crazy 8 together with Guillermo Vasquez. So the exciting thing about Buckhouse is that things go so extremely fast, and you also have
Right.
to watch both boards. But if we look at this one, I cannot help but like Michael's chances as he delivers checkmate on the board.
Checkmate. Beautiful. Nice counter
Yeah,
attack there.
and one thing that should also be noted in Buckhouse is that it's really important to be up on time. That's why we see these players blitzing everything out. They're playing much faster, I'd say, than in a regular 2 minute game. But the reason for that is that you want to be ahead on the clock so that you can wait at the critical moment. Like, let's say
Right.
your opponent has checkmate on one move. If they receive a queen from their teammate, your teammate can wait, right? And then your opponent will have to make a move if you're up on time. If you're down on time, then you're practically lost, right? Because they can wait for
Right.
you, can wait for the queen, put on the board with checkmate. So it's really important to be ahead on the clock.
Right. And you see that there are no almost available squares on the board. As we can see now, too many pieces. White just captured on G3 and they spawn on E3. This is so crazy, you know.
Yep. By the way, if you want to get good at Bughouse, check out Chessable Lifetime Repertoires. Quecas ready! Exclaim Pepe in the chat. You know, knight of 3, knight e5, knight takes f7. Very effective
Right.
in Bughouse.
This is what
So
I
let's
recommend. Yeah.
exactly. All right, so this one is looking. Wow, he promotes to a knight. Oh, and white just resigned because black
Wow.
had a queen in their hand that was going to drop on
Wow.
f2. And we checkmate.
F2 was coming. That's amazing.
Yep.
So where can we see the overall result of the match? It's I would say there. It's 1-1, right?
Yes, it is 1-1. And yeah, only 3 minutes have been played so far, so I think it's very likely that some matches will go to overtime. As we said, they will need to win with a 2-point difference. I'm seeing some openings that I've never seen before, to be honest. I always thought a good opening was e4, knight f6, e5, d5. Like I've always been told that is good. You give up a full piece, which seems like a lot, but you get 3 pawns, 4 in front of your king, and easy piece development.
Okay. So I also see some people playing like very solid with e6, d6, bishop e7, bishop d7, you know, trying to control every square there.
Yeah, my personal experience is that usually that is too passive. Like, very often white will have a way to break through anyway, and then just kind of playing too passive. I feel like both sides should fight for the initiative. A lot of people have this theory that, you know, white should attack and black should bunker, so to speak, like just play for defense. But I feel like these guys are just going all out on every single board. They're always fighting for the initiative.
I'm curious to know if these guys are training for these tournaments, if they train Bughouse regularly, or if it is just a natural talent, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, these players are definitely talented in Bughouse, but I'm sure they do a lot of training. Like people like No Chewy Candy with his teammate, I'm sure they've played hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, a lot of games, and that's why they're so good.
We have already a lot of people in the chat, guys. If you have any questions, we're just here to answer you. So feel free to ask whatever you want.
All right. Yeah, so perhaps we can go to another game. Let's have a look. One second. All right. Let's see how. Yeah, okay. So here we have Vasquez against Emerald. This match is 2-1 for Emerald. So let's see what is. Okay, what do you make of this one? White is down a piece, now 2, but.
2 pieces, yeah?
Yeah, but I'd say black is fairly safe.
Knight g5. Wow. Queen f7 was a threat, but there's no queen, of course.
Yeah, all right. He takes the knight. Yeah, these guys are so fast. It's incredible. Okay, trades. Oh, wait. Wait.
What happened?
Oh, black a checkmate. Yeah, no, it's so difficult. You have to watch both boards.
Right. So it is 2-2, right? Or 3-1. 3-1 for them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 3-1 for. All right. So here we have No Chewy Candy together with 12-teen, two of our favorites, perhaps, for today. Here, by the way, we do see black building a bit of a bunker, I'd say, with a lot of pawns on the 6th rank.
Right. This is very solid for black, right? Not allowing, you know, any piece to penetrate here. But there is an edge on g7 there. King e7, and the king looks very solid. That's why white tries to open up the position with pawn to e5.
Yeah.
Now he's just capturing on d6.
Yeah. Nice move there by white. Yeah, it looked like black was really solid, but he found a way to break through anyway. I'd be tempted now to take on d6 and then drop something, but white goes bishop d4 instead.
There's bishop f6. Wow, and queen takes e6.
Ooh, queen e2. He has a queen in hand, no?
Queen e2, that's made. Wow.
Hey, wow, that's surprising. I mean, even I saw that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it is 3-1. 3-1 for them.
Yeah, no, Martin and Marcel really needed that win. I mean, you know, 3-1, they're still in it. If it's 4-0, it starts becoming a bit quite a big gap. So let's see if they
Right.
can build on that momentum.
Well, once again, we see a pawn on f7, sacrificing once again a lot of pieces. Another, wow, 96, and there is bishop g5 mate now.
Yeah,
Pawn
wow,
g5 is mate. Crazy.
crushing game by VJ Baker. Really crushing Lars O, who I'd say, together with Plotkin, should be one of the pre-tournament favorites. But it really
Hmm.
goes to show that anything can happen in Bughouse.
Right, right, right.
Especially because these guys are moving at the speed of light. Again, they do not want to be behind on clock, even if it means sacrificing quality. They know that they have to be ahead. They have to be able to wait whenever it matters.
Wow.
Oh,
Another mate on g7. What I
you don't
found,
even finish talking, and then there's a checkmate on the
right,
board.
right. What I found even more impressive, it is to watch this puzzle world championship. You cannot even talk. And these guys are solving puzzles like 0.1 seconds.
Yeah,
What
and there
happened?
we have another checkmate. Goes so fast. All right, it is 4-1 for No Chewy Candy. All right, let's see if the other team can fight back. I'd say, looks, I don't know, looks balanced for now.
Yeah, looks balanced. Pawn to g4, knight g5. Already intended to sacrifice on f7. Everybody's going to f7 here.
Yep.
h1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, wow, he
there's
sacrificed a
a
full
queen
queen
hanging on
there.
g5. Yeah.
I'd say if Black can get a pawn,
Ooh,
take
bishop
an
f3,
e4.
mate.
I would take an e4 and wait for a pawn, but I don't know if he's getting that.
Right.
Oh, that's that. Oh, that was a big
That's
blunder
mate.
by No Chewy Candy because that actually allowed just
Mm-hmm.
checkmate on the board.
Mm-hmm. So it is
All right.
4-2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like something went wrong here for Zayn. I mean, he is down a pawn, and I feel like Black is doing really well with that block of pawns in the middle of the board. Wow, and he
Mm-hmm.
just sacrificed the queen.
Wow. Crazy. King takes d8 and pawn to g5. Now he's trying to, play some pawns there on dark squares, trying to create some troubles.
Yeah. All right. White coming up with some
Oh,
nice attacking ideas now, but I have to say
right.
that on the other board, I feel like 12-10 is crushing.
Wow, there's so many knights there, like 5 or 6 knights. It is
Yeah.
crazy. After knight f8 on the main board, queen d8 was a threat. That's why he placed the queen on e8, right? Trying to protect the d8 square.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So let's see. I mean, these games are happening so fast. By the way, we see that in both games, that both the players are up on the clock. It's really even. Let's see. No Chewy Candy here, building up a lot of pressure on the long diagonal.
Mm-hmm. 2 bishops, 1 rook, targeting the g2 square, right? That's why b5, deflection.
Yep.
He doesn't want that
No.
bishop, that diagonal.
Right. Yeah. I'd say overall, I mean, I don't know. Overall, I do like it for 12-10 and No Chewy Candy, but keep in mind that Bughouse Knight on the other board does have a queen in hand, and that can come in at a very nasty moment. And also, he's a knight, a
Wow.
bishop, and 2 pawns, and he's up a minute.
Wow. Yeah, it's got like a lot of pieces, right? Black on the left side board. So if white takes on e3, maybe queen f2 is kind of winning already.
Also, here we see something really interesting. Zion would not like to move at all. They would not like to
Right.
lose the queen, because then 12-10 can drop her with checkmate. And Zion would also not like to move the queen, because then Black takes on g2 with a devastating attack. But he can wait. He has more time than 12-10. I think 12-10 is letting it come down to a time scramble. So let's see what
What
he's going to
happened
do.
with the time? We cannot see the times now.
Yeah, but the moves are
B14,
coming, and
B5,
it's
he's got
coming down
1 second. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh,
And
it
they
looks
won.
like 12-10 lost on time. But Zion had 0.4 seconds on the clock. Yeah. Now, that sometimes happens. When you're down a few seconds, they just let their time tick all the way down and then try to take it into a massive time scramble where it literally comes down to fractions of seconds.
Right, right, right. And we see that black is already building a lot of pressure on the left side. The king is on f1. Now the king on g2, dancing in the middle of the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but looks like that king on g2 is fairly safe for now. I mean, it's surrounded by
Hmm.
those two rooks. Bishop f3 does have to part ways with the knight of 3. Oh, that's checkmate with the queen dropping on e1.
Queen
Yep.
e1. That's checkmate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so looks like Zion and Bughouse Knight are fighting back in this one.
Hmm. So you said you were playing a tournament in the Netherlands last week or something. Backhouse tournament.
No, no, it was just like a birthday party of a friend of mine,
Ah, okay.
where another friend of mine was also that I used to play a lot of Buckhouse with, and there we played quite a few games again.
Hmm. Very typical, right? In the chess parties to end up playing Backhouse.
Yep, yep. No, I know that for example Fabiano and Yasser and Levon, they all love Buckhouse. Like after every tournament in St. Louis, they're always playing Buckhouse.
Right, right, right.
Jeffery, he's often there as well. Awonder. Yeah, Awonder, he knows like he's like, oh yeah, yeah, that piece you gotta take, that you gotta ignore. Okay, then you gotta drop a pawn. Like he just knows all the tactics.
Wow. The king is on e4. f5 coming. Is that king gonna survive? Queen d2, king c4 still, crazy.
Uh, I doubt it, because Black also has a queen in hand. If this were King of the
Right.
Hill, White would have won, but this is Buckhouse. I don't think this is gonna end well.
He doesn't want to move. Yeah, king b4 now. He puts pawn on d5 and king b4 is still running. Ooh, now it's gonna end up really badly after queen c5.
I feel like no chewy candy is taking a few too many moves. I mean, probably already had checkmate, but okay, it still should be checkmate fairly soon. But
Right, king e5. I don't see the mate yet.
yeah,
I don't see the mate.
right. All he needs is a pawn or a
Right,
knight.
right.
If 12,
It's
uh,
crazy. He's surviving here.
yeah. Oh,
Ah,
right. There's
now checkmate.
checkmate.
Yeah, b5.
Okay, he does get the job done in the end. All right, so they take a 6-3 lead. That is a little bit more comfortable. Now the other team is going to have to win a few games, and perhaps at some point we could see no chewy candy and 12 bleeding the clock.
Mm-hmm. Knight on h4. That could be a mate with a queen on g2, but there's no queen.
They only need a rook to checkmate or a queen, but yeah, queens are just difficult to get.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I,
see a
I do
bishop on
wonder,
f1 supported by two pawns on g2 and e2. So
right? What
crazy
I do
position.
wonder about is that very often when the players are playing, they communicate through the chat and they can say like, I want a knight, or they can say like, don't give a knight or don't give a bishop.
That-
But I wonder if
That's
here
what I
they
wanted
can.
to. That's what I wanted to ask you if this is allowed to communicate through the chat.
Right. I would assume it is, but I also wonder if they're allowed to communicate, let's say in voice chat.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ooh, this is looking tougher. No chewy candy. A queen. Oh, he just allowed
Ooh,
checkmate on the board.
g1. Queen g1. Right, right, right.
Yeah. Okay. We're
6-4.
getting.
Onto f6 and knight f7 is coming for sure. Yeah, you
Yep.
see, whenever they have a chance to sacrifice an f7, it's coming. Yeah.
Right. And I think generally the best tactic is that whenever your opponent drops a knight on, let's say g5, is just take one step back to f8, like not a e, not a g8, not a e8, just straight back to f8. That's generally considered to be the best
Okay.
square, while like a checkmate on the other board in the meantime.
Ooh, knight h7 mate.
Okay. By the way, we're getting confirmation that they are in voice chat. I think that's nice. That allows for, I think the best quality of play, the fastest play. So that's really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the problem is, it's only 2 minutes game. Yeah, so it's quite complicated to communicate, right, with that amount of time.
Yeah, indeed. All right. By the way, here a rook would be checkmate for Xiong, or a queen. You can drop it on e1.
Right, but the rooks are on a1, h1, and queen on d1. So not gonna be easy for black to get those pieces.
Yep. All right. So let's see. If I was no chewy candy though, I would solve that problem on e1 as quickly as possible to make sure that, hey, if he does get a rook or a queen, it's not checkmate.
Right, maybe some sort of c3 or something. Okay, he took on g5, so now he's got the d2 square to escape.
Mm-hmm.
So no,
Yep.
no more mate.
Ooh, queen dropped on g1. He
Oof.
got that a little bit too late, and bishop e1 to block.
He's
Looks,
safe now.
yeah, look, I kind of like this for white. I feel like white's kind of safe, and he's got a lot of pieces there around the black king.
Right, a lot of knights attacking now the queen. The queen has no square, I believe. Well, e6 maybe. But sometimes, I feel it's just too passive to move the queen away. You should try to create some sort of counterplay, but it looks really tough here to create counterplay with the black pieces.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I feel like generally the best strategy is just to create counterplay, not react, because if you do react to the opponent's attack, it just keeps coming. It keeps coming. So generally it's better to counterattack. Here, by the way, we see that Zyxen and Buckhouse Knight are down on time a lot. I feel like they're not gonna
Mhm.
make it in this one.
I don't know, Benjamin, if you played at some point the Gibraltar Open tournament, but the last night people used to play a lot backhouse there. And I
Oh, nice.
remember Niels Grandelius with his girlfriend beating everyone, including Hikaru, Fabi, everyone.
Oh,
They had
nice, nice.
very good coordination. It's really important in backhouse to be coordinated with your partner, and not so important the chess strength, right?
Yeah, and I remember once that Niels Grandelius, I remember him telling me that he was really good in Buckhouse, and maybe he even
Hmm.
competed in like the World Championship or something like that. But he's definitely good.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw that. Wow, look at all those pawns on the left side here for white. You know, how
Yeah.
many pawns? Like 11, 12. I don't know.
Hmm. All right. Seems like um, they lost this one. Perhaps we can go to another game. Let's
Right,
have a
right,
look what
right.
else is okay. Let's see
So
here.
only 30 seconds left, yeah?
Yes.
Finish this quarterfinals. Perhaps we can take a look at the scores. Well,
Right. Let's
so
have a look at the
far,
scores. Hmm.
yeah, everything's decided, but not the baskets match, right? It's 7-6 for Somorodian and Schinder. So perhaps we can take a look at that match.
Yes. Let's have a look at that one. All right. So all right. Oh, trying to figure out what is going on. Wait a second.
So it's 8-6 for Somorodian. I think they managed to solve the issue, and I think everything is decided now because we got Baker and Jigger versus Hodge and Plotkin 6-4, 8-1 for Xiong and Liang, 8-6 for Somorodian and Schinder, and Chu and Awatramani. Sorry for my pronunciation, guys. They managed to beat Aronson and Dubansky 8-5. So it was actually close, yeah, 8-5.
Yeah, no, Aronson and Dubansky gave them a great fight, but Chiu and Awatramani are just really good. So they move on. Seems like the other matches are settled as well. So I assume that soon, we'll fill out the bracket and move on to the
Mhm.
next round. But I guess we're just waiting for all the final results to be confirmed before we move on to the next stage.
Amazing. There we go.
All right, so here we have the bracket. So we see the teams that are moving on to the winners semifinals. We have Isaac Chu and Yannick facing off against Elia Zomorodian and Michael Schinder. And we have Vincent Baker and Daniel Yeager facing off against Jeffery Xiong and Awonder Liang. So those are going to be some exciting matches. Fortunately for the teams that lost, it's not over yet. As you can see, they can still come back through the losers bracket. And Pepe, if we look at the losers bracket, what is a team that you definitely see coming all the way back?
Well, I think Guillermo and Roa Rosti they gave a great fight versus Somorodian, so I think they can actually be big favorites here against Martin and Marcel. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, and also that team that put a great fight versus the favorites Shiu and Jawatrani. Perhaps they also have good chances to come back to to come back on track.
Yeah, so lots of exciting action ahead. But first, we are going on a very short break, but do not go anywhere. We will be back very soon.
See you guys.
Three, two, one. Check it out.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Chess.com Bughouse Championship. We're on a short break, but now we're coming back with the winners finals and losers round one. Pepe, from the matches that we have ahead of us, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I'm hoping to see Guillermo Vasquez match. He's a well-known friend, so rooting for him in this case. So hopefully, he can get back on track after this loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How about you?
would be great. Yeah, no, definitely excited to see if he can make a comeback. He's definitely a very strong Buckhouse player together with Crazy 8. So I kind of hope that they will manage to come back. So let's have a look. We are already off. Here we see No Chewy Candy in 12-teen, Thing on Emerald, and 111 Michael. What do you think of these positions?
Well, white is a queen up, and as we can see here, knight f7 coming, so the king is forced to to get into the middle of the board, and rook e6 on mate on the left side, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it goes so extremely fast. All right. But another common strategy in Buckhouse is to go for an early bishop e4 check. Normal chess, that's
Right.
always met with c3, but you're a little bit reluctant to go c3 in Buckhouse because it weakens a d3 and c2 squares.
Mhm.
94 by Plotkin. I like that move, jumping in with the knight.
Here, either black went to toilet or he's not playing, yeah?
Yeah, this is quite unfortunate. Perhaps Pegu wasn't aware that the round started, and
Hmm.
yeah, they just resign. Yeah, and Buckhouse that being down 40 seconds in a 2-minute game is just too much. All right,
Okay.
so let's see how they will come back from that.
So let's see what happens. There we go. Yeah.
Yep. All right, here we have Crazy 8 and Jenna trying to make a comeback in the loser's bracket. What do we make of these positions? I'd say on first glance it looks good for Buckhouse Knight and Zyxon. What do you think?
Yeah, now after pawn on d2, knight to c1, that's beautiful. Yeah, chasing the queen, but now he tries to create some counterattack with knight f7. There is some mate on e1 if you get a rook or something.
Right. Yep. So looking really scary for Crazy 8 and Jenna. Oh, yeah, and the rook comes and it is
Right.
checkmate. Okay. Players also like, wow, we've seen early f3 by Buckhouse now. Usually that can be pretty risky, right?
Mm-hmm. F3, it's risky in chess, so even more in backhouse, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, both players playing super solid, having a lot of pawns around their king. It's always really annoying to deal with that, as it's so difficult to make inroads.
Right. This is the way I like to play backhouse, so not allowing even one check.
Yeah,
But of course, you need the pawns, yeah? You need your partner to capture some stuff.
exactly. Yep. All right, so h7 by Jenna, trying to make some inroads there. Knight g5. I think that knight has to go, and there we have it.
Right.
5. I like this though for Jenna. This should be good for him.
Right. But black solid still, and now a queen on h5. There could be some queen h2 sacrifice at some point.
Yeah. Or if black gets a knight, that would be checkmate. Bishop 6 d6. Bishop 6 d6, the checkmate. Well, they miss it.
Wow.
They had a checkmate if
Wow.
Buckhouse would have. Wow, that's shocking.
So they're still alive now. White stop queen h2 comes. Yeah, pawn to g3, but there's no mate.
But he has.
Now there is
I was
mate.
just.
He got a queen.
Yeah, having a queen in hand is very powerful. They do get the checkmate in the end. And so Zyxon and Buckhouse now take a 2-1 lead. I mean, Jenna and Crazy 8 have to be careful not to get eliminated.
Right. 15 minutes left. You guys can see the remaining time on the left side of the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. So let's move to another game. Let's check in with your 12-teen and oh yeah, checkmate on the board. Things happen so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Queen's Gambit. We have a Queen's Gambit there.
All right, here we have no chewy candy. Okay,
There we go.
really interesting game here. Wow, what are we? I mean, it's just chaos on the board on one between 12
On the
teen
left
and
side, right?
yes,
On the right side, we have a normal Italian. Yeah. So
yes, yeah,
really different.
yeah. That one looks pretty normal, like slight advantage for white, perhaps. Very normal chess. But on the left-hand side, I mean, that king is so open.
Right. The king on c7. Now bishop takes c6. If you take queen c6, almost mate. That's why queen knight a6. That was smart, right? Hitting the queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now,
Ooh, and d2. I like that move going for a counterattack. Ooh, and he has a rook as well that he can drop on c1, perhaps.
wow. Knight d4 and bishop a5 check. Another pawn on b6, very solid. And the king on b8 looks super solid for black now. But of course, he had to give up some material on the way.
Yeah. But what we see happening in the game between Emerald and No Chewy Candy is a lot of trades, and therefore in the game between 12 teen and 111 Michael, the players have a lot of material in hand. So whoever can start their attack is looking to crush.
Right. Now on the right side, the white king is completely naked now on f2. So it's going to suffer a lot. Now a lot of knights coming. Perhaps another check on c4. Now queen e7 counterattack against the rook.
Yeah.
Wow. Anything can happen here.
Yeah, I do like it for No Chewy Candy. If he gets a... Oh, wait.
Right.
White just resigned. I wonder why exactly, but, perhaps this is just winning in Bughouse terms. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Here we have the game of Jeffery, Xiong, and Awonder. Jeffery and Awonder are tied in their match. So let's see if they can get ahead in this game right here. I like it for VJ Baker.
Yeah, that pawn on f3 is really annoying now, targeting the queen. Perhaps knight e6 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to destroy black's position, but of course, the queen is a queen.
Yeah, so here we see both players waiting. I think I see what's happening. So I think Chicken Crossroad is now moving because if Awonder Renova would get a queen, it'll be checkmate on d1. Perhaps he's now moving because of that.
So he gets a queen.
How does he get the queen? I wonder.
He doesn't get the. He doesn't get the queen, right?
No.
So he finally moved king to c8. Now 16 seconds only and 20 seconds here. It's gonna be very interesting. So Jeffrey's not playing.
Yeah, the gap is getting smaller and smaller. I mean, let's see if Awonder can get it done. Jeffrey also super long time.
Wow, 6 seconds. Every player now. 5. A lot of knights checking the black king on the left side. And now there's mate. Jeffrey managed to mate incredibly with 1 second in the clock, yeah?
Yeah, I think that might have been a little trick there by Jeffrey, because perhaps the expected move was pawn at f7, where black would have had a take with the queen. Perhaps because of that, he went queen takes e6, expecting queen f7 pre-move, which allowed queen takes f7 checkmate. So very nice time trouble strategy there by Jeffrey. In the meantime, what do we make of this one? This looks... Now it looks fine for Awonder. Looks scary there for a moment without the pawn on g2.
Right. I need a pawn on g2, right, to breathe properly. So he couldn't do it, and now that king is suffering a lot, yeah?
Yeah, but some nice tactics
there.
there.
To get the knight.
Yeah.
Wow, and now the king is safe.
Yes. Bishop g2. I guess he's going to follow with a pawn on g3, and then you're safe.
That's why he doesn't allow with bishop h2.
All right. Awonder up a lot of time. In the meantime, I like Jeffrey's position for the most part, although he's facing a counterattack now.
Wow, there's pawn on h6 now trying to bother that king. Bishop takes d4, knight d4. He gets another bishop on f6 to protect that king. That's crazy. That's queen for free there on a3. Wow.
This looks scary for Awonder. Bishop e3 or pawn e3. In bishop e3, pawn d2, and then you only need a rook. This does not look good for Awonder.
Yeah, The king still escaping by a e1, so there's no checkmate yet. And rook c8, counterattack. Queen d2, that's mate. Queen d2, that's mate.
Nice win there
So it
by
is
Crossroad.
2-2, yeah?
Stood-
It's tight.
Yeah, it's tight. See, the last round was a pretty convincing win for Jeffery and Awonder, but here they're facing some serious competition. So let's see if they can make it through this round as well.
Mm-hmm. Black is playing really well. This knight on e4, now targeting the queen, also creating some threats against the white king. Knight f6.
Yep.
Wow.
Clever move by Jeffery. That knight could not have been taken by the pawn because then there would be knight at g7 checkmate. But now the danger seems to be... Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nice
Some
tactics.
ideas with smoother mate, yeah, with some queen f8 at some point and then knight e7. But the e7 square is protected by the queen and knight, but just as an idea.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and a very good point. Yeah, I think that knight from d5 should not move because then white would go knight e7 and knight g6.
Right.
But, having a queen in hand is pretty handy as he drops to a checkmate.
Right. And they're actually losing right now, Jeffery and Awonder, 3-2.
Wow.
So impressive.
Yeah, really nice play by Vijay Baker and Chicken Crossroad. Yeah, that's Vincent Baker. He's an NM, and Daniel Yeager. He's an FM. So they're good chess players as well. But they really seem to be specialists in Bughouse, and I don't know. I don't like this position for Jeffery at first glance.
Right, that pawn on c6 is extremely annoying. Right. By the way, how do you get the NM title? It's not for every country, right? For example, in Spain there is no NM. How about in the Netherlands?
Yeah, in the Netherlands we also don't have an NM title, but it's very typical in the US. I believe you need a USCF, a national rating of, I believe, 2200, which is around like 2100 FIDE. Then you can get the NM title in the US.
Okay. I heard like many tournaments are just valid for USCF rating, right? In the States.
Yes, yeah, pretty much every tournament you need counts for USCF, and most but not all for FIDE rating.
For
Yep.
FIDE. Okay. So I guess that you can find many dangerous kids there, like with not so high FIDE rated ranking, right? Which are extremely dangerous, yeah?
Yeah, no, tell me all about it. Yeah, it's you have to be careful.
It's dangerous now everywhere, yeah? There's big deflation, so
exactly.
it's hard now to play tournaments, yeah.
All right, so let's see what's going on. It's going to come down to a time scramble again, as both Chicken Crossroad and Jeffery are letting their time tick. Okay, they're like, there's only like a 1 second or 0.1 second difference. So who do you...
Wow.
I think Jeffery is going to make it.
Jeffery has got 6 seconds only in the clock, yeah? 5 seconds versus 6 seconds for Chicken Road, sorry. Wow, 2 seconds for Jeffery.
And it's just pretty...
Oh, Queen C7, that was brilliant.
And Chicken Crossroad only has 0.2 seconds on the clock. What a time scramble.
Right. Wow, so now Jeffery and Awonder, they desperately need a win because it is 4-2, only 6 minutes remaining, right? So they're kind of forced to win.
Yeah, if we look at the scores, it seems like it's all locked in for Chio and Awatramani. They're ahead by 7-1. Jeffery and Awonder, they're in trouble. They're down 4-2. Then Vasquez, their match is close as well, but it seems like Wang and Ferguson are firmly in the driver's seat. And we might see a very early exit for Lars, Oscar Hauge, and Plotkin. I did not expect that. I definitely thought that they were some of the pre-tournament favorites.
And now it's looking very good for Jeffery there on the right side of the screen, right? They actually resigned after E7, yeah?
Yeah, it was just so crushing that they just threw in a towel. Okay, so let's see. It's a one-game match. It would be really nice for Jeffery, and I wonder if they can build on that momentum.
It's 4-3. And now pawn on A6, always very nasty, right? That pawn on A6. So now the B7 square is available for pieces. Okay, at
Hmm.
least that b7 square is far away from the black king.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey handled it in a good way. Now he's creating his own counterplay. Um, all right. In the meantime, it looks a little scary, I'd say, for Chicken Crossroad, as white as two queens on the board. That being
Right?
said,
But
one of them just dropped.
right, he managed to get that queen on d4, so now it's looking kind of okay for black. But that bishop h6 always very very annoying. Now something
Yeah.
on f7. Wow, pawn on g7. Look at that. But now that gives us black some time to react, right? I don't know how, but
Yeah.
maybe bishop on f3 or something, or pawn on e2.
Yeah. He chooses Queen h5, Bishop e2 block by Awonder. He's taking h6, but white's going to take an h8 with check. Those
Mhm.
are just so fast.
Wow, queen f6. There's mate on d2 if you have a queen, but oh, knight c2 was mate, yeah.
Yep. By the way, we saw the scorecard earlier. It should be said though that Hauge and Plotkin started 3 minutes later. As we can see here, Hauge and Plotkin are down 4-0, but their match started 3 minutes later. So that match will go a little bit longer. So that gives them a little bit more time to come back. But even with 7 minutes on the clock, it's looking pretty tough for them.
Yeah, 4-0 already, so it's looking almost impossible, yeah.
Yeah, that being said, you have to win by two. So if they win like 2 games in a row, they're making it close again. But I'd say if they lose another one, it might just be over before we know it.
Right, right, right. So what's going on here? That king on h8 doesn't look very safe, but same applies for the king on g1.
Yeah,
So
especially because black has a rook in hand. Rook h1 is
wow.
a threat of checkmate. White would love to get a
Either.
knight, but how?
Right, right. Right, king g6.
Rook
Leonidas.
is made now. Ooh, can you? Wow.
Wow, this knight g3 back. Maybe some pawn on f5. Ooh, queen f3. What is this move?
On h5, just take that,
Just
or
take it,
no?
yeah?
There's bishop. Well, I guess there's bishop f5 or pawn f5, and then knight takes h5.
With a check, yeah?
So maybe you
Looking
just
very
go
for black
back
here.
with king g7.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe perhaps another pawn on h6. King
Right,
g8.
or ooh, white gets the second knight now. I think black's
Right.
getting checkmated here. As long as Vijay Baker survives, knight f5, that's
Yeah,
checkmate.
it's mate. It's mate. It's mate. Knight
Yep,
h6. He cannot move. He cannot move. He's got 1 minute.
yep.
So
So
Jeffrey has to win that game. But, B. Baker has the same amount of time than Awonder Lion. So, just making one more move, he will survive. But can he make that move? He can take on h6, right? And nothing in between. Ah, no,
yes.
he cannot take on h6.
Oh,
There's a queen on
oh
a8.
wait, he's also
Wow,
getting
this is
checkmated.
crazy. Right, right,
Oh
right.
wow. Wait, but if we look at the times, I cannot tell who's ahead.
Oh, there is pawn to g7 mate
And the
after
funny
king
thing
h8.
is, I'm pretty sure that both players have checkmate pre-move. Jeffrey has pawn g7 pre-moved, and Chicken Chess wrote, wait, it seems like, wait, I cannot
Baker has more
tell.
time, yeah? I think
Baker,
Baker has more
yes, I
time.
think Baker has more
0.2 or
time.
0.3. Right, right, right. So at some point, Awonder has to make a move with 0.2 or something. Go! He didn't do it.
Wait, they won?
What? What? That was
Wow.
crazy.
That literally came down to like 0.1 of a second. Like, I couldn't tell who was ahead.
So now it's 5-4 for Jeffrey and Awonder. If they win this game, they qualify, right?
Yes.
Because it would
Yep.
be 6-4, yeah?
Yeah, so Vijay Baker and Chicken Crossroad are in a must-win situation. Let's see how they will handle that.
Wow, it's been a fantastic match, right?
Yes.
What a
Indeed.
fight.
Ooh, Bishop f3 now for Chicken Crossroad. Looks pretty nasty against Awonder. I like Jeffrey's position, although it's not that easy to break through.
Right. So he already went for bishop f3, and so he got a queen. But that king on e2 now is kind of escaping that knight on e4, doing a great job covering the d2 square. Rook h1. Now some threats against the black king as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Yeah, somebody says in the chat, I never seen a case where both have made in one on the board. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, that happens sometimes in Bughouse, but I personally have never seen a situation where it comes down to point
It's
one. By the
it's
way,
like
okay.
a double knockout in boxing, yeah? It
Yes,
happens
yeah,
sometimes.
or a photo
5 seconds
finish.
only. Right,
Mhm.
photo finish.
So
So
this is officially the last game in the match. I think Jeffery is crushing here. The queen is checkmate
right,
if he gets it, but even without it, his own king is perfectly safe. He's just picking White's position apart. Awonder simply has to survive, but he's down, he's up a lot of time.
he's
Oh,
got a
wait a
lot of time. I
second.
think they're gonna make it. There's
This is
mate
tricky
there after
though.
96.
I think.
Takes. I think it's kind of safe now. Yeah, he played knight a3, so. But
Oh, but
Jeffrey
by
only
the
has
way,
23 seconds. Yeah.
Awonder has a million pieces in hand, but can he checkmate?
Uh-huh.
Wait, oh, knight f5? Take a knight f5, take. Oh, he's two queens though.
Looks like. Yeah, it's. Yeah, queen f4 was mate. So it's
Yep.
6-4.
Yep.
So they did it. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it. All right, so let's look at the scorecard. We see that Chiu and Watramani are moving on to the next round. Very convincing win there. We see Jeffrey and
Wow.
Awonder moving on as well. And Wang and Ferguson eliminate Lars Oskar Hauge and Plotkin, while Vasquez and Arusti are fighting for survival. They have to win now to stay in this event.
Right, 6-5. So a loss means that they're out. So let's see what happens in this game. Vasquez with the black pieces here in the board that you're seeing on the screen. Wow, what's going on here?
This looks really scary for Vasquez. A queen would be. Oh, and White gets the
Yeah,
queen.
Queen c5. Queen c5. They're out.
Oh no! Wait, sorry. That is actually
6-6.
Zyxon. You're tying it up. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let's see what is going on. I guess they will continue their match.
Mm-hmm. So it's the only match left, right?
Oh, by the way, there perhaps were some issues with the scorecard earlier. It seems like Lars and Plotkin are actually ahead. As we see here, they're actually ahead 5-2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so how much time they have left? 3 minutes, right? It was 3 minutes, I think. So
Oh
three
yeah,
more
yeah.
minutes.
I think they're still playing. Yep. So they still have 3 minutes on the clock, so we can fully. Oh, actually, Chenna and Crazy 8 are going to overtime, so that match is also still ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do like this for Vasquez, pawn g7, very tempting. Yep, there he goes.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Maybe sack the queen and then take on h7. Is that too much?
Do we have a queen takes e4? You mean, yeah?
Yeah,
Right.
doesn't do
We
it.
went bishop e2. Yeah, the bishop on h4 is doing a great job covering f2 as well. So no contemplate for black. No, bishop
Mhm.
g4 followed by knight f6. Ooh, it's
Yeah,
looking now dangerous for black. He desperately
right.
needs opponent g6. Yeah.
Rook h8 looks very scary to me. Wait, what are you doing, Rook h8?
Mhm.
Everything is
Right, or
pinned.
knight d6.
Knight
Knight d6 looks
d6.
also. Knight
That
f7
is
followed by
nasty.
d6. Oof.
I
Bishop
don't think they're
d6.
surviving this one. You can grab the queen. You can take on f6 as well, which looks scary.
Right,
It would be a
right.
miracle if they come out alive from this
I
game.
see
And in the
no mate.
meantime, I think
Mm-hmm.
Crazy 8 is also crushing it on the other board.
Right. So that rook on a1 now targeting the b1 knight. The pawn on g7 protected by the f5 knight, so no problem. Wow. Oh,
Rook h8.
mate.
Yep.
Rook h8 mate.
Okay. Amazing game there by Vasquez as they take the lead 7-6, but they still need to win another one to move on.
Right. So let's see what happens. Scandinavian.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, f4.
Wow.
Things are happening so
c4
fast.
pinning. Right. Another bishop on b3. That's very nice. And a pawn on f7.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no pin anymore. So that's why he can move the bishop away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dropping a knight on h4 or f4 is pretty common in Bughouse. It's always annoying to attack the g2 or the g7 point. So we'll probably see that a lot happening.
Right. So, mate, with a knight on c1, that was really beautiful there for
Yeah.
Backhouse Knight. So it's 7-7 once again.
Yep. From 6-7, it's now 7-7. So the overtime continues, and since they need to win by 2, this can keep going on forever.
Mm-hmm. So 7-7.
We're waiting
Are
for
they
the
in
next
a
game
break
to
or something?
start.
Mm-hmm. There we go. We have some Sicilian there with the queen on d1.
Yep. Okay, this does not look good for Crazy 8 with the pawn dropping on d7. Maybe it's not the end of the
Right.
world. Overall, I do like this for Xiong and his teammate.
Right, so white doesn't want to trade on d6, I guess, because it can be extremely dangerous for black on the left side, right? Some queen c8 or something can be coming.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, in the queen c8. Looks devastating. Oh, he does do it anyway. Ugh.
That's
Queen c8, I guess there's queen d8.
Right. Incredible. Solid. Nothing
Yeah.
happens there. Queen c8 there, queen d8. Yeah, probably they talked about that.
Yep, this is all standard theory, We all saw that. And now, actually, I think white might have, perhaps dropped the queen a little bit too early.
Ooh,
There's no clear follow-up.
Rook e8 was a mate, yeah? Rook e8 was a mate in that position. If there was a rook, yeah? I mean, with the rook,
Oh,
rook e8 was checkmate.
yes. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Crazy 8 going for a crazy count. Queen c4. Yeah, checkmate at 1. Queen c4. It's still checkmate.
Queen c4, that's mate.
Yep.
It's 8-7.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see now. Xiong and Bughouse Knight are in a must-win situation. Let's see how they will try to strike back.
So they play a lot this opening that we are seeing on the right side, right? The black sacrifices a pawn, but then somehow gets active on the e file. I've seen this already, like in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, that seems to be theory somehow. I do like this position. I don't know for whom I like it. I was gonna say I like it for black because the pawn on g2, but now white's having so many pieces around the black king that I'm starting to like it for white actually.
Right. By the way, I have a question. Is Stockfish working for Backhouse or
Good question. There might be. I'm assuming there's a good chance there are engines for Bughouse, but
Right.
it's of course quite complicated because sometimes the best move is waiting, right? So you also have to take time into consideration.
Mm-hmm. That's that's very tricky. In fact, so.
Right, but I'm sure there are algorithms there where you can plug in your games, and they will tell you, hey, in this situation you should wait, or in this situation you should, take this piece, and your opponent should place it there, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's maybe a question that we can ask the winners today. Like, how do they train? Yeah, because I have no idea.
Yeah, I suppose it's. By the way, Xiong has a checkmate. He has rook h8, king takes, bishop g7, and knight h6. Hey, I saw it first.
Amazing. Well spotted. Now knight h6 coming with a checkmate, so black cannot move. And
that means that Crazy 8 needs a comeback, but Bughouse Knight can now wait it out, and that's why they resigned. So it's 8-8.
It's 8-8 once again. They're tied.
Hmm. Yeah, there you see the
So
importance of time. If Crazy 8 had a little bit more time, it was probably enough to win the game, but, the others could wait it out, and therefore it was over.
right. So White getting a rook for free there. So it looks very good for baskets already, and that pawn on h6. But Black trying to create some counterplay. This bishop e4, nothing really happens there. The bishop can come back. Ooh,
Yeah, I'm surprised by the move knight e4. I even wonder if he simply missed the bishop on e8 altogether.
hmm Black is playing really fast in this game. He's pre-moving almost every move. Now
Hmm.
bishop a6, trying to get the c2 pawn.
Yep. All right, so b5. I think you take that. Ooh, queen b8. Clever move.
Oh, queen takes b5. Black has no checks. Only bishop f3, but gs3 looks quite solid for White. Yeah.
By the way, it seems like Crazy 8 is getting completely crushed. And
Wow,
yeah,
queen
it's
c8. That's
checkmate on the board.
checkmate. hmm
Wow, okay.
So
So Jenna and Crazy 8 are now in a must-win situation.
hmm so 9-8 for them. Now Vasquez and his teammate forced to win this game, and then we see once again this opening. You know, Rook e8 and some pawn on e6.
Yeah, okay. Overall, I do like this for Jenna, although pawn h6, very clever, creating counterplay. I think generally the best strategy is to meet pawn h6 with simply taking.
Right. And then try to replace that pawn on g7 with another pawn at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Pawn on e6, clever tactic by Xiong, trying to make inroads that way. And what do we think on the other board? Who do we like there? I
Wow.
like it for Crazy 8.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but still, black is solid there. I don't see any checks. So
Yeah,
96. Now perhaps a check on c8. And if the king
okay.
arrives to f7, there's some 95 or some 90 g5 checks, which are always annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's not playing there. Wow. Now looking really bad for Vasquez with all those pawns on f7 and e6.
Yeah, although those pawns are disappearing. Okay,
It's appearing.
so Zyxon needs a little bit of material. He really needs a rook or a queen. Ooh, that's a clever move. Okay, takes with the king. Knight g8.
Wow. Now the king's escaping there by a d8. There's no mate rook f8. You can play maybe.
Yeah,
Or
I'm starting to like this. I don't know, actually. It's really hard to say because you said like, oh, black has a nice attack, but wait, white also has a nice attack. Like, I have no idea
right.
what's going on actually.
So it is Vasquez and Crazy Fight forced to win in this situation. And who's not moving? Vasquez is not moving, and also same with Backhouse. They're waiting. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
move here.
Right, but Vashkes, he's down a few seconds, so he saw himself forced to move anyway. No time. Okay, he's only down like 2 or 3 seconds. Two.
Right. It's Queen f2, Rook h1. Counterplay. Bishop h5.
Okay.
So Bishop c4, pawn to
C4.
d3. Rook d3. Knight
95.
c5.
Okay.
Wow.
Some nice counterattacking moves here by Vashkes. Perhaps
This bishop f3.
three. Oh, that's a nice one. You
Wow.
take the queen
Knight
with check.
f3. He should be
Nice.
winning here, but
Oh, but
he
he's
has
got
no
18
pieces left.
seconds. He's up on time though, compared to Buckhouse Knight. Oh, and if he gets the
Wow.
queen, I think this is a win. I think this is a win for Jenna because he's waiting for that queen that he can. Yeah, this is over. As soon as he gets the queen, he
Right.
drops it on f5 with checkmate.
Backhouse is not moving. And yes, once again, they're tight 9-9.
Yep. All right. So that means that we are having another overtime game. We keep going until team wins by 2. So let's see who can get ahead in this one. They're just neck and neck, these two teams.
Mm-hmm. Rook on g7. Now targeting g2. Rook takes g2 is a move now.
Yep,
There we go.
there he goes. Out of 6. Yep, I think
Wow.
in such a situation you just have to give the queen.
Queen e4.
Maybe drop a pawn somewhere. Yep. There. Ooh, like it's a bishop, a queen. Lots of, and white actually doesn't have anything nice to drop. So
Right,
he
right.
just runs for the hills. I like pawn b2, and there we have it. Yep.
There we go. Queen a1. That's a clever move. Takes.
Oh, and by the way,
Once
look at the
again.
other board. Buckhouse Knight is getting checkmated. This is already over.
He's got a queen, right? Queen a4 is mate next move, or queen c. Yeah, queen a4.
Right. All that Jenna has to do is survive for. By the way, Jenna has to survive a few seconds, but if he does that, it's over. And I don't think Zyxen has a checkmate. No.
I think he did it already, so that's why they resigned. And once again, Vasquez and Crazy Fight leading 10-9.
Yep. Let's see if they can, finish this match, or if Zyxen and Buckhouse Knight will make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
G4,
think?
this looks like a normal chess game for
Yeah.
now, right? Some
Yeah,
sort of Petrov.
Right. Do you think they will close it out here, or do you think there's going to be more overtime?
Oof, you never know. They already had like 2-3 chances where they were leading, but it's never easy. So let's see. It's looking now. Well, he's got a queen down, Vasquez,
Mm-hmm.
but what's happening on the other side here? Crazy Fight is crashing, right? Backhouse has a king on d8. It's a queen down as well.
I would think so, but it's never over until it's over in Buckhouse.
Until it's
But
over.
I do like this a
Right.
lot for Crazy 8. As he has look at that initiative. Bishop b7 would be checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Ooh, Zyxen though, with those 2 pawns on a 7 rank. Wait, pawn d8.
Right.
Wait, knight
Wow.
d7.
97, that's checkmate. No, because the rook is protected, actually. He takes on
Wait,
a8.
Pawn h6. Okay.
Now Vasquez is suffering a lot, I would say, in this position.
Yep,
Something
he
comes
is.
to a6. Wow, but
And-
counterplay, 94 coming.
Ooh, that's a nasty
94
move.
coming. That's beautiful. Knight g3, the king has to go to f3. There's no mate there. It's crazy.
He needs another. Wait, I was gonna say he needs another knight, but he has all 4 knights on the board.
Bishop f2 is still king h2. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I think white is remarkably safe, actually.
Bishop f2, king h2, and bishop h6. What is this move?
Wow.
He wants to protect the g7 square, so there's no mate. Incredibly, white is safe here.
Let's see what Crazy 8 can do in the meantime. But the time situation is pretty even, I'd say, on both boards. Oh.
There's mate.
All right. Yep.
Queen h2, and they managed to qualify, finally, Vasquez and Crazy Fight. What a match.
What a fight. As they finally move on. So that means that all the results are in. We see here that Isaac Hugh and Yannick Autorani move on to the winners' final. There they will be facing off against the Grandmasters, Jeffery, Xiong, and Awonder, Liang. And in the losers bracket, we see Vincent Baker and Daniel Yeager move on. They will be facing Vasquez and Arusti after a tough match. Ilya Zomaradian and Michael Schindler also move on, and they'll be facing off against Lars Oskar Hauge and Mark Plotkin.
So that means, Benjamin, that we have 2 couples that are already out, right? Martin and Marcel, and I forgot the other couple.
I also forgot. Yeah, well, but anyway, we'll be focused on the teams that are still in the competition. From the matches that we have ahead of us, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I want to see the winners' final, of course, because we have the 2 super grandmasters versus the 2 experts in Backhouse, so that's going to be extremely exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting indeed. Indeed, Jeffrey and Awonder are two super strong grandmasters. They both have been well over 2,700, and but Isaac and 12 teen are extremely good in Bughouse. So really curious to see who
Mhm.
will come ahead in this one.
Right. So I think White is suffering a little bit on the right side. So it's like some pieces down, and then there are so many pawns on the seventh rank already. Once again, another pawn on d2. Oof, that hurts.
That
That pawn
hurts
on d2.
indeed, especially if no Chewy Candy is not getting any material,
Mhm.
and he's down. He's down on time. I think they
Right.
can maybe already resign, and
Right.
they
Right.
listen to the
They did.
commentator. They agree. Like the thing is, I wonder was waiting, so no pieces were coming to no Chewy Candy, and the position is just completely lost.
Mhm. So it's 1-0 for the Grandmasters.
Hmm.
Now, knight h5, as you were mentioning, those knights on h5, h4 are really, really nasty, yeah?
Yep. And but yeah, not in the five, pretty effective to defend. See, no Chewy Candy, giving Jeffrey a taste of his own medicine. Now he is
Mhm.
dropping the pawn on e2. Wait,
Wow, rook
what?
d1. There's queen d1. What's going on?
Wait, was that
Now
just a
pawn to c4?
blunder? Why would he give up a full rook like that?
I think so, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it would have made a lot more sense to drop the rook, let's say, on h1. So I really am curious if he just missed the queen on g4 altogether. Oh, but they
Oh,
already
that was
won.
mate. Yeah,
Oh,
it's 1-1 now. Why they resigned? I don't get it.
because
Ah, there was some rook h1 mate or something after queen takes e2. I didn't see if they had a rook or not, so or a queen.
yeah, I don't know. All right. Anyway, here we have Lars Oscar Hauge and Plotkin, but ideally, I'd like to stay focused on the this match between Awonder
Right.
and Jeffery against Nochu, Canny, and 12. And on the left hand side, look at that, Pepe. We see that opening again.
Again and again, black sacrificing a pawn in order to get some activity. But looks
Yes.
really good for white now, right?
Yeah.
Bishop
I
on
wonder
h6.
what I wonder what that opening actually is.
Hmm. But everybody's playing it, yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh, by the
we
way,
should
if no
study.
Chewy Candy gets a pawn, it would be checkmate.
Wow, and he did it. He did, and it's 2-1 for the experts, for the backhouse experts, the
Yep.
Philippines champions as well.
Indeed. All right. So let's see if pawn g4. Yeah, this is typical Italian theory. You can all find this in your favorite chessable Italian courses. Um, yeah, I think it's all pretty standard theory, right? You sacrifice the queen, get nice
Right.
development, get nice center.
Get two
You
bishops there
can,
on f3 and
yeah,
g2.
very nice bishop pair as we saw there. It's all theory.
Oh, and he already resigned. Knight f4 there, and yeah, queen e6 was coming. So it's 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually winning games extremely quickly, right?
Mm-hmm. By the way, I really wanted to pay attention, but I already missed it. But there we have the opening again.
Once again,
Yes.
it has to be
Maybe
like very good for some reason, yeah, for both colors. I don't know.
I'm just gonna look it up. I'm sorry. So what is the theory?
Okay.
Oh well, okay, it's too fast. We can't. Yeah,
It's too
never
fast. It's
mind.
4-1. They're crushing it.
Next game we will take notes. No, this time they didn't play the opening.
Mm. So we are supposed to be the experts, right? Commentators or something. But the truth is, like, we have no idea about the opening theory in Backhouse. Yeah. So we are also patzes here.
Exactly. Yep. We're waiting for the first Chessable Buckhouse opening course,
Right.
but until that
There's
day, we're just
actually
learning.
there's one about chess 960. Yeah. There's one chessable course about freestyle. Yeah, freestyle chess. I think
Yeah, but
Wesley
wasn't
saw
that
doing.
like Wesley actually made a 960 course?
Right, I think so. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure there is a course about 960 on Chessable.
Oh, nice. Well, because one time I did see a Chess 960 course by Sam Shangland and James Canty, but turned out it was an April Fool's joke.
Ah, okay. So maybe this is what I was talking about. I'm not sure. I have to take a look. Maybe I also fell for the trap. Yeah.
Uh, all right, so let's see what we have here. Jeffrey and Awonder, by the way, they're down 4-1 in this match. There's still a lot of time on the clock, but they need to strike back sooner rather than later. I think Jeffrey has to take that pawn with the bishop, because if you take, let's say, with the pawn, then black's going to drop a knight on c4, queen on d2 with a devastating
Right.
attack. But I think if you take with the bishop, you're fairly safe for now, right?
Right. For sure, he likes the bishop on g5 because it's also creating some threats against the black king. But perhaps it's the safest option, yeah, for white here, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
What is that king on g6 doing on the left side? I wonder, dancing with the king.
Wow. Look, and by the way, this game, okay, in this game, Jeffrey is ahead by a second. So let's
Mhm.
see. Oh, look at this. If white goes bishop takes e3, maybe no Chewy Candy takes it real quick and 12-team drops it on h5. Oh, well, what just
Wow.
happened?
So king c4, queen d2. What is that?
12-team is getting flagged here, yeah. And
Right.
Jeffrey and Awonder
4-2.
get the win. Mm-hmm.
Once again, the opening. So it's e4, d5, pawn takes. And then they play some sort of e5 with the black pieces, and then they allow black to take on d4. It's very strange.
So,
It's some
yeah.
sort of backhouse Scandinavian.
All right. By the way, crazy things are happening in the game between Awonder and 12-team. As somehow White's
Right.
king ended up on c1. Don't ask me how.
There is a queen on h1 as well with a pawn on g2. But now I think white is safe and ready to start counterattacking. We see that with bishop h5. Now perhaps a piece on f7 or something. I don't know. Bishop a3.
Right. Yeah, what these players are really good at is combining attack and defense. By the way, okay, yeah, they resigned because Jeffrey only needed a rook or a knight. So Jeffrey and Awonder are fighting back in this one. They're now only down 4-3.
Mm-hmm. It's 4-3. And we have an endgame there.
Yep. Okay. I don't know. It feels like Awonder went wrong there. Perhaps a wrong pre-move, as now he's facing a pretty tough attack, I'd say, by 12-team.
Right, that bishop on e5, very annoying. Pinning the knight on f6.
Okay, he drops the queen on
Perhaps
h5, but that looks scary. A knight
yeah, knight,
for knight would win a queen.
knight on f5 is winning a queen actually with a fork.
Yep. So I
Can he
assume
get
that
it?
12-team is waiting for that, and that's why Jeffrey is not playing knight takes c5, which is a move you normally would instantly play, but now he doesn't.
Right.
Also, let's see, d takes e7, is that a disaster for I think you can play that, right? I think you can afford a queen trade for I think that's not over right away for a wonder, right?
Maybe he can also place a pawn on f4. He doesn't want to trade any piece or something. But he finally played bishop takes e3 and knight g6. Ooh,
Right.
d2.
Yeah, that's a nice move
Files.
by a wonder to deflect the attack a little bit.
So what I'm seeing is activity counts a lot here, right? So there was a pawn on e5. He took with the rook in order to have a check with a queen on e5. So time is tempies are very, very important here in backhouse, right?
Yep, indeed. And look at how even the clocks are, right? We have like 37 seconds against 143. Like the clocks are almost identical. I think both teams realize that they cannot fall too far behind.
Right. Knight on c1. He promoted a knight once again, in order to give a check to keep attacking. It's
Yep.
really important here.
All right, we see a wonder sacrificing the queen here. They're up a few seconds. Or no, wait, sorry. Jeffrey is down to 15. He's fast though, but it's really scary.
Wow. Now queen e4. White looks super safe here for 12-7 now.
Let's see, Jeffrey down to 7 seconds. I feel like, unless they find a turnaround, it feels like Jeffrey is getting flagged here.
Yeah,
And he's also
it is
getting
12-7,
checked.
pre-moving everything. What happened?
Yep.
He won on time. 5-3.
Right.
And 10 minutes remaining, yeah? 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Right. So let's have a quick look around the horn. We see that Isaac and his teammate, we're up 5-3. And the other matches are in progress as well. So let's see if Jeffrey and Awonder can come back here.
D5. Opening files once again. Bishop e4. Wow.
But by the way, it should be noted that the teams we see in action here are also the two teams that won the Chess.com Bughouse Championship in 2025 and 2024, as pointed out by Bughouse expert Chuck Moulton in the chat. Yeah, so it's definitely not a surprise to see these two teams here. They're definitely experts. They know what they're doing. So let's see who will come ahead.
Have you participated in this Bughouse tournament at some point or never?
Yes, I once played with the Jospin, but it wasn't great. Like, I'm not an expert, as you probably know. And yeah, there were just so many games where I just got checkmated. And in some games, Jose was able to make up for that, as he has incredible, tactics and speed and all of that.
Right.
But I'm definitely not an expert, especially compared to these guys.
He's so good in online chess, Hospem. Yeah, he's one of the best players in the world. I had to face him now in a close tournament twice, in Madrid. So I'm gonna suffer a lot.
All right, so let's see what is going on. I like this for no chewy candy. Feels like he has a massive attack on that black king. There should be a checkmate here, right? Like, he only needs no, it's checkmate. 97. That's over.
97.
That's over.
Yeah.
Unless, let's see. Awonder has some time to come back. He has like 5 or 6 seconds, yeah.
To convert. But
by the
it's
way,
not looking good, yeah?
Awonder does have a queen in hand, so it's not completely over yet. But Black has 2 queens on the board, so it's probably not enough.
And Black has only a pawn, right? 12-team has only a pawn.
Right. Awonder has like 4 seconds to checkmate. Don't think it's going to be enough. Okay, still. Oh, wait, can he? Wait, it's checkmate.
Oh, mate! No!
What a comeback.
Crazy.
Wow.
Amazing.
That came down to like 1 second, but they managed to pull it off. And that win is really important for the match. By winning that one, they're only down 1. Otherwise, they would have been down 3.
Right. So, what's going on here?
I don't know. Yeah.
There's no queen. Pawn on g3. I like that formation.
Oh, by the way, Awonder's getting crushed in the other game. Like, queen at e7, then you take on d7. I don't know. Can you? No, he's getting crushed. Wait, is there checkmate?
Jeffery's also getting crushed here, yeah?
I think they're both getting crushed. Like, a queen would be checkmate for 12-team, or rook.
Yeah, or f8.
Yes. But, he doesn't have that. Okay, takes on d7 instead. Oh.
What? They're pre-moving everything. It's crazy. Here.
Yep. Okay, so no chewy candy really. Oh, queen at e7. You just blown a checkmate. What was that?
Wow. Queen e7 checkmate.
That came out of nowhere because I think he might have mouse slipped. Like, he had rook takes g3, and then his teammate had pawn at a5, but perhaps he slipped.
Right. Crazy, because they were actually suffering a lot. They managed to win it. It's now 5-5. And only 5 minutes left. I see a lot of light square bishops here.
Yep, this is the typical, 4 light square bishop configuration. This is all, covered in your favorite chessable course, all pretty standard theory. In the meantime, this does not look good for Awonder on the other board.
Let me see. There is a queen on g5 threatening checkmate on g2. That's why he played bishop to g3. And now some knight on h3 would be mate, but he's got no knight.
Yep, a rook would be made as well. So it goes h4 to make some luft, but still, after a move like queen g4, this looks pretty tough for white.
Right.
Although, wait, queen g4, there's knight f6. I stand corrected, but it's not looking good.
Right. The problem is that if you play something like, what happens?
Okay, so the thing is, with that queen on c6, he's attacking the rook. Oh, yeah, and with the rook dropping, he now gets a checkmate. So we see no chewy candy, and his teammate taking a 6-5 lead.
So they need one more win in order to decide the match. 4 minutes left. And now a lot of pawns here in the center for black. And 92, that's a queen for free. Nice fork. Wow.
All right, so let's see what's going on. Okay. Jeffery defending well here. Okay. And now actually, I feel like Jeffery is taking over the attack.
Right, the bishop on d5 protecting really well the king on that diagonal, the knight on f5 creating threats.
Yep. Okay, takes the queen. This is starting looking better and better for Jeffery, especially if he can get that attack going. Although now I'd say black looks quite safe with all those pieces around his king.
Right. There's still that pawn on h6, which is always really, really scary for black.
Yep.
And the bishop on c6 doing a great job now covering the king, but that pawn on h3, once again, really nasty. He takes on g2.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the other board. I feel like they're... Oh, okay.
What happened?
Yeah. It just goes so fast. Well, let's go back. All right, here we have it. Okay, so it's now 6-6 with 2.5 minutes on the clock. So really anything can happen. But let's have a quick look at the... Oh. Nope. No, let's have a quick look at the scorecard. We see that our top match is tied. Lars, Oscar Hauge, and Plotkin are ahead 6-3, so they'll probably move on, and Vasquez and Rusty are ahead 5-2. But this match can really go either way.
Exactly. We have those pawns there on g2 and f3. Once again, very dangerous for white here. And queen e7, he doesn't want to trade queens and sacrifice on e6. Nobody cares about material here. Just about activity. Knight d5. No, pawn to d6. Looks really, really good for white. There's some check on a1, but nothing happens. You just place a piece on b1. Nothing really happens.
Right. Okay, so let's see. 92 by 12-10. He's fighting back. Rook at f1. That's a nice move.
That's really nice.
I like this for 12-10, especially because Awonder doesn't have the pieces to fight back, it seems.
Queen to g1. I find that move a little bit slow. I don't know why. But perhaps it's fantastic, probably.
On the other hand, I think Jeffery is crushing as well. So, let's see. I think
that's mate.
Yeah. Okay, so Awonder and Jeffery take the lead, and now this is gonna be the final game of the match. So if they win this one, they will move on to the grand final.
Yes, we can see there's always this bishop b4 check. Nobody wants to play c3. This is a move that I would play instantly. Yeah, in chess.
Yeah.
they all play knight to c3. Yeah.
Yes, because exactly. Yeah, I think they're a little hesitant to weaken the c2 and d3 squares. I guess especially in endgames, pawns can easily be dropped there, or you always have to watch out for a knight dropping there with a fork. So that's really interesting to see in Bughouse.
Bishop f6. The queen hanging on h6. They don't care. Want to keep attacking.
Indeed, if white gets a queen, it'll be checkmate, but pawn g7 defends everything now. I like this
There's a king on
for a wonder, although it's such a mess in his game. Like,
b2.
by the way, if 12-team gets a rook, it'll be mate on e8. That's something to watch
Right,
out for.
right. So Jeffrey.
Oh, and he's
Kind of,
getting the rook now.
no,
He's
there's a
getting the
rook.
rook.
Yeah, rook e8.
A wonder has to be careful, and therefore he goes g6. He makes the little first king. Very. He's very
No more
aware.
checkmate.
Mm-hmm. No,
There we
I'd
go.
say his king is fairly safe as he runs.
Mm-hmm. Because the f6 square is
Jeff
covered by the knight on d7. So
Jeffrey's game is a mess. Let's have a look at the time. Time is approximately even. Jeffrey is down. Warner is ahead.
it's crazy. I mean, this is really difficult to follow for someone who is starting with chess. I don't know about you guys in the chat. Is there anyone who is starting with chess and this is the first live broadcast who is following? And I can understand that it's really hard for you guys. It's
Yeah,
hard
I
for
feel
everyone,
like
even for the
I,
players.
I feel like a beginner when I'm watching this. I mean, things are happening so
Right.
fast.
Mhm.
Okay, that said, if f-team gets right, I was gonna say if he gets a pawn or a bishop, that's really deadly if he drops it on f6. So therefore, a Warner covers the f6 square with his queen on e5.
Right, right, right. And what's going on the right side here?
I
King on
like it for
h7. Look,
Jeffrey. I feel like he's making inroads. Oh, also because he has a lot of material in hand now.
right.
Uh,
Pawn on e7.
wait. I think he went wrong there.
Wow.
Jeffrey, by
Crazy.
the way, super long time, but 12-team as well. This is
Checkmate.
and a Warner got checkmated. 7-7.
7-7. No more times. That means they have to keep playing till they get this 2 points difference, right?
Yep, indeed. So it could be a long match. By the way, we get a sub from Bigfoot in the chat. He subscribed for 103 months. He says, first time here, excited to learn the rules. I heard it's pretty easy to grasp. Wait, why are there two Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome, Vic, our producer. Good to see you in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm. What's going on here? Once again, knight f7. The white king looks incredibly a little bit safe here. There are no checks. Knight f2, rook f2. So white is counterattacking now with this knight f7.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All
Wait,
right. Let's see.
rook g1 would be mate. Rook
Would it?
g1.
No, but if you take, how's him? Oh, and knight takes f2.
Knight
Yes,
f2.
yes. So,
Knight f2, yeah?
right. So rook or a queen, a heavy, would be made indeed. Let's see
Right.
if he can get it. So
He's
probably right
waiting.
now. Yep.
He has to move at some point, and he did. But now, of course, he's suffering. He's got the same idea all the time, so his partner has to be extremely careful.
Yeah. And 93, really clever move covering the f2 square. So now we see 12-team moving again because a rook is no longer checkmate. Oh, queen e8, nice move going for the counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
There's no mate. Ooh, gets another queen. Rook at
Yep.
f3, wow.
Covering f2.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, Jeffrey's attack is gone now. Although, wait. No, you never know.
you never know. Looks solid for black now. Rook h3, trying to get the queen. Wow, rook h1. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's coming down to time scramble once again. Jeffrey and 12-team are low on time, so, their opponents will try to flag them. Let's see who's going to be faster. I like this for 12-team and No Chewy Candy.
Right. Wow, they are pre-moving everything now. It's down to 10 seconds now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey and Awonder are getting it done. 12-10 has got 5. Ooh, but he's got a strong attack over there. Oh, knight g3, and
Wow.
he gets a
Checkmate.
checkmate with
Knight G2.
1.6 seconds.
Wow. Fantastic. And they're leading now, 8-7.
That is tough for Awonder. He was about to flag him, but unfortunately he walked right into a checkmate.
So the Grandmasters in a must-win situation right now.
Yep. Let's see how they will strike back. Awonder losing his queen early. That's not necessarily the end of the world, though. Oh, by the way, here we see white meeting a bishop before check with on a c3.
Right, for the first time.
Yep. Okay, so if 12-10 gets like a knight now, things are looking really good for him, but not easy to get that knight.
He's not moving. He's waiting for something, probably for some knight or something. He finally moves. He goes for short castle, and now black takes the initiative here.
Wow, look at that.
H2,
Rook takes
wow.
h2. Knight takes d4. I like this for Awonder. Oh.
Oof. Queen h4. He's got a queen, right? No, he doesn't. Ooh, knight g4.
Great. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
What a checkmate by Awonder to tie things up.
g3.
That's a beautiful checkmate. All right. So it's 8-8. By the way, I think in the other matches, the final scores are in. Los, Oscar Hagen, Plotkin move on, and Vasquez and Arusti move on as well. So those two teams will be facing off in the loser semifinals, and the winner of that match will face off against the loser of this match right here in the losers final.
Right. So let's see what's going on here. We see like some sort of normal chess game for the first time in like half an hour here on the right side, but then bishop h3 comes, of course. Yeah, first sacrifice.
And pawn at g2 and queen at h2. Yep. Oh.
Right.
All right. In the other match, by the way, like, wow, look at that. You know, both sides are swarming the other side with the pawns dropping in, but it seems like it's 12-10 who's first to strike.
But now queen g5, that's a smart move, trading queens there. So.
Yep. Okay.
So they stop playing here on the right side. Jeffrey doesn't want to play. Knight f6, pawn to h6. Looking really bad for black here.
Yeah, but Jeffrey's... Ooh, queen at f6. That looks tough. Maybe rook e8 or something. Oh, he just... Wow. What happened? Oh!
Mate g1. 12-10.
Yep. Yeah, no Chuikan. He was just able to give a lot of pieces to his teammate. And he managed to get the checkmate in. So let's see. Awonder and Jeffery are in a must-win situation once again.
So pawn to g7. Yeah,
is he going to sack? It's probably too much, right?
It's probably too much, yeah. But
you've got
I don't know.
2 knights, but I think it's too much.
I mean, I never saw a passive move in the whole match, yeah. So
they
never split.
But here's the thing. Here? But here's the thing. Jeffrey is ahead on time, so he's waiting for 12-10 to move. As soon as that queen trade comes through, he's definitely going to sack because knight h5, queen g7 is checkmate. So 12-10 is going to have to make an awkward move like queen e2, bishop e2.
But wait, after knight g5, I can just take it, right, with my bishop and then queen. So queen h7, king h7, knight g5, I take, right?
No, but he takes on g7 and knight h5.
Oh, g7, of course. Yeah, knight h5, queen g7. Wow.
Yeah, Jeffrey is ahead by a second or two, so depends. Maybe 12-10 wants to bleed some time off the clock on both sides.
Right.
Or, yeah, he's going to have to make an awkward move, like bishop e2, queen e2. But, you know, as soon as queen e2 comes, Awonder's going to drop a pawn on d3, so this is an awkward situation for him to be in.
Yeah, maybe bishop d2 doesn't look so bad here. At least I don't find...
But then maybe e3, and if you take pawn f2, you know,
right.
take that, you know, knight e4, it gets uncomfortable.
This is getting really tense now because nobody's playing here. Nobody wants to make a move, and there's less than 20 seconds now for both of them.
Yeah, but Jeffrey is ahead by a second. So let's see. Maybe at some point Jeffrey will move and just Awonder will go for the flag against 12-10. He goes,
Goes! Pawn to d2.
okay, let's see. Can Awonder get the flag in? Those are
Wow.
super fast now. You're just going to have to
4
remove
seconds.
everything now. Wow.
Jeffrey's
look
about to
at
lose some
this.
time. He's got 1 second only. Jeffrey's about to lose. There
Wow,
we go.
and that is it. That was amazing speed by No Chewy Candy to get the flag in against Jeffery.
Look, he only spent like 12 seconds in the whole game, yeah?
Yes, yeah. Wow, what a match that was. So that was your winner's final. You know, all the matches are done now. So we'll now I don't know if we can have a quick look at the bracket. But no. All right. Well, actually, you know, we're following a pretty exciting event now. But if you want to know exactly when the next Elite Chess Bloodbath is happening, Chess.com's broadcast schedule is the ultimate pro tool to see every tournament. Check commentator lineups and get the exact start time in your local time zone without doing the math. It even syncs to your calendar so you can block out time for high stakes chess. Hit ! schedule in chat, sync up, and start acting like you actually have your life together. Alright, well, with all that said, let's now have a look at the bracket. We see that Isaac Chiwa and Yannick Awatarani move on to the grand final. They can now comfortably wait there after defeating Jeffery Xiong and Awonder Liang 10-8. But fortunately for Jeffery and Awonder, they can still come back from the losers bracket. We see that first, Guillermo Vasquez and Arusti are going to face off against Lars Oskar Hauge and Plotkin. And the winner of that is going to face off against Jeffery and Awonder. Pepe, looking at those matches, who do you think is the favorite in the losers semifinal?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be really balanced, but for sure, Jeffrey and Awonder, are going to take a little break, and then they're hoping to see what happens in the other match, and they'll face them, and then let's see who is able to come back for the grand final.
Indeed, and talking about breaks, we are going on a short break as well. But don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more Bughouse action. We'll see you after the break.
See you guys.
Yeah, I don't think like these are the exact first openings that I was told, like the opening tabs, but at least one of the very first that I still remember. So one of them is like b4, e5, take, bishop c5, at f3, d6, ud, knight e7. If white doesn't trap, fall in the trap, it's just bad for black. But if it's taken, then take, and you win the queen. But the thing with this is like at amateur level, black can still lose because it's not like black has a queen, but white still has 2 pieces and some compensation. So this is one, and I think the other is a bit better because it's more sound. So d4, knight f6, e4, e6, knight d3, d5, take, bishop g5, and here you go knight bd7. If white thinks black landed this tactic, then white is take. There is this intermediate move, bishop b4, and now queen d2 falls. After take king d8. It's black who is a piece.
Hey guys, if I make this in one go, we're gonna launch a no ads plan. Does an own goal count? Hey guys, new plan. If I make this shot, we're gonna launch a no ads plan. Hey guys, last try. If I make this bullseye, we're launching the no ads plan. No more questions. I did it! I made the bullseye! Do it! Launch the no ads plan!
Love chess but don't like ads? Sign up for Chess.com's no ads plan and play chess ad-free.
Your game is evolving, now your style should too. Welcome to the Chess.com merch store, your home for everything off the board. We've studied the theory of comfort so you don't have to. The Essentials collection is the ultimate low-profile kit. Premium tees, hoodies, and hats with zero distractions. It's the baseline for your wardrobe that lets your moves do the talking. From the classic rook to the legendary mittens, our plushies now come in every color to match your setup. Mostly because they'll never judge your accuracy. And for those who still love the tactile feel of a win, explore our official chess sets. Durable, tournament-ready, and designed to handle every celebratory slam or graceful resignation. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, we've got the perfect setup for you. So head over to chesscom.shop to explore these and many more. Grab your favorites before they're gone.
And welcome back everyone to the Chess.com Bughouse Championship. Alright Pepe, we're now going to move on to the losers semifinal. So who do you think is the favorite in that match?
I think there's no big favorite. I think it's going to be extremely balanced. And the good news, there's only one match that we can follow. So it will have all our attention, right?
Yep, we can fully focus on one match at a time. Here we see the bracket. It's Vincent Baker and Daniel Yeager facing off against Lars Oskar Hauge and Mark Plotkin. You know, I'm gonna be a little bit biased perhaps and say that, you know, the GM and IM should have a favorite, right? I'd like to think, Pepe, that our GM title should count for something, right? What do you think?
Hopefully, yeah. So many years working, but the thing is, it's not the same game, yeah?
Exactly, yep. And then in the losers final, Jeffery and Awonder Liang are waiting. You know, I would think, you know, if you look at the bracket, I think it looks pretty accurate. I think Isaac and his teammate have probably played the best chess so far, but I'd say Awonder and Jeffery definitely deserve to be in the losers final. You know, they're definitely, I'd say, the second best team so far in the competition. So I'm curious to see who's going to face off against them in the losers final, and I'm very curious to see if they can give Jeffery and Awonder a good match.
Right. I'm still very curious to see if they're going to repeat once again the same opening. So no, they start with the different stuff this time. We have the match already going on.
Yep, here on the big board we see Lush O with the white pieces. You know, it looks kind of like a French defense, right? Having more space.
Right.
You know, there we have the typical knight at h5. I like this for Lush. Maybe take on g7
Yeah.
or drop a knight on f6.
Yeah, or pawn or anything on f6 looks really, really good, almost for white, right? Knife, bishop, pawn. But the thing is, he's got nothing, right? He's got a bishop there, so perhaps a bishop or a knight, sorry,
Mhm. Yeah,
can
and
be
he's
really
taking
dangerous
his
for black.
time. Okay, he goes knight f6. I am curious to see if, yep, black does sacrifice the queen. It's pretty typical in Bughouse that you just often sacrifice the queen for 2 minor pieces, eliminate the opponent's attack, and get your own play flowing.
Mm-hmm. And rook g7. Now heavy pieces arriving to the 7th rank. Black has to defend with a pawn on f7 and counterattack with the rook on e4. There we go.
Yep.
Trying to get a queen.
Yeah, and here we see, the typical 7th rank attack from white on, no. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Knight h6 perhaps is a move, but king e8. Oh, it's checked on the other
mate.
board.
So it's 1-0 for Lars and his teammate. Italian
All right.
opening here. Bishop f7, of course.
Wow, and he just sacks it, even though black can take with the knight, but also with knight f5, I'd say though, chicken crossroad is pretty safe though, with those pawns in the middle, and now on d4 he takes over the initiative.
Bishop a4 check, trying for c6, that's in con. And
all right, let's see.
It's really like difficult to understand because whenever there is a piece attack, nobody moves the piece away. Yeah, so they don't care about material, only activity. Yeah, so it should be the way to go.
By the way, a really interesting situation now. We see a little Plotkin thinking. He probably wants to trade the queens, but he has to wait for a moment when it's safe for Lars to receive that queen. He finally settles on pawn of d3, keeping the queens on the board, but that does give Chicken Crossroad an initiative.
Right, because Lars is actually now suffering a lot there with that king on f7. Perhaps queen h5 could be coming here, but then pawn to g6, and it's not so easy for white to convert over there.
Yeah. The thing though is that for the moment Lars does not have a pawn, so he would have to, queen h5 would be an awkward move to meet, but I suppose he can sit.
He's got a pawn. He's got a pawn, right?
Never mind. Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're gonna see. Yeah.
Okay.
He used it. It should be 6 queen d6.
Ooh, but Lars with a counterattack. Oh, he's winning the queen now. I think that knight has to go. I think you have to take and give up your queen. There's no other option. Otherwise, you get checkmate over rook takes d2.
Right, guys, we are talking about the small board, right? Knight f3, and now the queen on g6 is hanging, as you can see. He can take it, but maybe he's looking for something more active. Even I don't know. He doesn't want to take the queen. He's thinking.
Wow,
he takes on f2. What is going on? They're crazy about activity.
Okay, 93.
I think that it didn't work for black, yeah. So maybe that was too much.
I'd say white is fairly safe now with the king on h1. Maybe, although if he gets another knight, then the attack goes on. But the question is if he's getting it.
Bishop g8 check now. White counterattacking, taking on f7. Everybody's sacrificing the queen. They don't care about queens, about material. King d6 dancing in the middle of the board now.
All right.
That's gonna be checkmate, yeah?
This has to be checkmate, yeah.
Has to be checkmate, but it's crazy.
He's surviving for now.
It's crazy. He's surviving. Queen b6. Ooh. Wow. That's checkmate.
With 5 seconds, VJ Baker gets the checkmate on the board, tying up the match.
It's 1-1. So we have 3 more matches, right? This loser's semifinal, the loser's final, and the grand finale, right?
Yes, but it could be 4, If, let's say, Awonder and Jeffery win the grand final, we're going to have a grand final reset.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. So lots of exciting action. Let's see what is going on. This looks scary for little Plotkin at first glance. Lars, I'd say, doing okay-ish on the big board, but looking scary for a little Plotkin. I suppose. Ooh, King Crossroad gets the knight. Ugh. Wait, rook takes. No, wait, never mind. If
Knight h2. He doesn't want to have any surprises there on the h file. Knight f6, getting the queen. Yeah, there we go on the big board.
yes,
95, 97, another queen. Too many queens.
but it's
Got
Chicken
two for free.
Crossroad who really needs a queen. If Chicken Crossroad gets the queen on the small board, it'd be checkmate right away. But he doesn't
Right.
get it. And now little
Right.
Plotkin is building up an initiative. This is not over yet. I mean, Plotkin on the small board, he has two queens in hand. His initiative
And now-
cannot be Wait, knight f3, that's checkmate, no? Take and
f3.
knight h4.
Oh.
You're not surviving that. With two queens in hand,
Yeah.
you're not surviving that.
King g4, queen h3. There's mate. Bishop g6. That's mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think on the small board, Chicken Crossroad was a little too hesitant, and Plotkin was able to take over the initiative.
Now he wants to castle artificially with rook f8, king g8, but he managed to do so. But of course, now he's suffering a lot as well.
Yep. All right, so let's see. So, if Vijay Baker gets a queen here, it'd be checkmate, but as we know, it's really difficult to get that queen, so White instead drops a bishop on f7.
So 8-6. He's gonna survive there. Looks really, really bad for black there, for Lars.
Yep. Okay.
Sacrificing everything. You put a pawn on d6, you give up the piece on f7. Now the bishop on e5. He gave up like 4 pieces.
Yep. Vijay Baker just wants to... Wait, what? Okay, wow.
Another piece for free.
In the meantime, by the way, it looks like Plotkin is crushing on the small board. Pawn g7, yet no.
Wow.
I feel like Chicken Crossroad is getting crushed there. I mean, White has so many attackers, like the knight's jumping in, he has 2 pawns in hand. But not over yet.
Yeah, Right, not over. If you give me one tempo, maybe bishop a2, and then I can start like creating some trouble. Let's see.
Right.
There's 95 check. No, 95 there's knight takes e5, so it didn't say anything. Where's the check there? I don't see it on the small board.
I don't see it either. Yeah, he really needs a knight, but he doesn't have it. By the way, it looks a little scary for Lars with that king on h6, but I guess for the moment it's all fine.
It's safe, actually. That king on h6. Sorry.
And I was about to say that Lars has a queen in hand, so this game can flip within seconds. Oh, by the way, Plotkin on the small board managed to come in with his queen. Now, and there's another queen in hand. That's over.
It's over. It's over. Bishop g3 check.
Yep.
Checkmate.
All right, so that makes it 3-1 for Plotkin and Lars O. Let's see if Baker and Chicken Crossroad can strike back in this one.
What I'm realizing is that this game is not for me, Benjamin, because I care too much about material, and here, it's nothing about that.
Yes, it's all about the initiative.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And Asmoda Chess is asking in the chat, how can I play regular chess after this? It's tough, yeah?
Good question. Yeah, just forget about Bughouse. No, just forget about it.
By the way, guys, Benjamin just qualified 2 months ago for the eSport World Cup, so he's gonna be competing like some days, right? Like in 4 or 5 days.
Yes, I will start on Wednesday, so in 5 days. So that's going to be exciting. It's definitely the biggest tournament of my career. So I'm really looking forward to competing against the world's best over there.
Amazing. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Well, these days I'm very used to like commentating those events, but of course it's a dream to compete against those guys.
Hmm. They were playing right now the last chance qualifier, right? In
Yep,
Paris as well,
yep.
or
I
the last
saw.
spots.
Yep, indeed. 5 players made it through, and
Hmm.
so exciting to see them in Paris as well. Let's. Oh, okay. Well, Lush O and Plotkin take a 4-1 lead. You know, Baker and Chicken have to
Hmm.
strike back
Right, only
quickly.
9 minutes left, and there is a knight on g7 already creating a lot of trouble there. Knight h5, looking for some, yeah, piece on f6. But black has a lot of counterplay here with that rook on f2 right now. Ooh, queen f8. That's really nasty. Now queen e8 is a threat. It's a deadly threat there. Oof, oof. What's going on here? There's no mate? Incredible.
Hmm. Okay, let's see what is going on.
There's no mate, actually. So black can try to create something now. Perhaps some piece on
Oh,
f2.
this looks good for Chicken and Baker. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, feels like Chicken has a devastating attack, but not easy to. Okay, Queen G5. Wow. He also has a rook
Right.
and bishop in hand. Let's
Hmm.
see how Plotkin will try to survive.
Bishop f2, covering the e3 square. Plotkin. I like that move. What else? But now he's got too many pieces, like chicken roast. He's got two knights, one rook, one bishop. There comes the knight to f4.
All right, so let's see. Rook C1 is tempting.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. Don't see checkmate though. Like for now, White
Yeah.
is defending. Bishop at F3.
Ooh, bishop
Wow.
f3. What
I
happens if I just
think
take queen h3? Queen h3. That's the idea.
yeah, and
Get
okay.
the
So
a1. Yeah.
Baker and Chicken bring it back to 2 points. With 7 minutes on the clock, they can definitely still make a comeback.
I really like that move that was played on the small board. Just put upon an h6 just from the very beginning. So there's no knight g5. You're covering a lot of squares there. You feel very safe.
Okay. So let's see what is going on. We see Losho with the bishop sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. King on f3. Not having a great time there.
Looks a little scary, especially if Black can come in with a few pieces. So he
Mm-hmm.
decides to run for the hills. Knight at f7 and then a rook. Oh, but it's checkmate. It's checkmate.
It's
Because
checkmate. Rook h6.
wait, but why did he pre-move King d2?
No,
He
he
could have
didn't
just
say it.
waited for the queen.
Right.
Sorry, for the rook.
For the rook. He had the rook already, right? He has it there.
Well, the moment he moved, he didn't, but he could have looked over at the other board and realized that
Mm-hmm.
he could wait.
It was coming, yeah?
Because they were up on time.
Indeed.
I'm pretty sure he could have waited.
Mm-hmm. Lack of communication, perhaps. Rook b7. Check. Queen e2. Offering a queen trade. Yeah, he keeps trying to trade queens. Starting to look really okay for black here. A
Yeah,
lot of pieces now.
yeah. It feels like, Baker escaped quite a scare there, but now he has the counterattack. Lasho really needs a knight. A knight on e5 would be deadly,
Mm-hmm.
but he can't get all the weight. The knight on e8 could drop any
Mm-hmm.
second. But he's waiting. Wait, if
So
he takes
why?
that bishop. Oh, there's
Nothing
rook
happened.
d1. If
And
you
rook
take that rook
c1?
d1 and then pawn at
Rook.
c2.
Oof. Ah, right. That's mate. Well,
Yes.
perhaps he needs another piece. Yeah, Rook C2, Rook D1, and then he needs another piece on C1, but he doesn't have it. Yeah, he doesn't have it. Sorry.
Yes. So that's
That's
why it's
why
coming down to
nobody
seconds again. He does have a piece now, bishop at C1. Oh wait, what? Oh, and now blocking got checkmated. All right, it's 4-3 now. It's a match.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay,
4-3 and 4 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, so let's see. I like this for Baker. Pawn at E6 or G6. Looks like the start of a nice attack.
Right. Yeah, pawn E6 there, king G8, and now knight G5 covering the F7 square.
Another diagonal looks deadly here. Pawn or bishop at E6. You only need 2 diagonals, and it's like bishop at E6. It's almost made.
Right. G4. They are not playing. Nothing happens, right? The king on E8 is solid there.
Baker is down quite a bit of time compared to Plotkin. So that's why Plotkin is waiting. He's forcing Baker to deal with the pieces he has. I think you can even take the knight, or the bishop even. Oh, bishop takes C7 though.
Knight. Oof. On F2 and then
knight
black starts attacking.
Ooh, that's a nasty move. Oh, wait. If Baker doesn't have anything to block, I think he's toast. Knight takes C7. Oh, that's checkmate. Wow.
Mate. Beautiful. It's 5-3. So they cannot lose this game.
No, it's a must-win game, because if they lose this one, they can come back in the next one, but it would be 2 points. So they have to win now. It's a must-win game for Baker and Chicken.
And it looks very good already for Lars, right? With all those 3 knights there. So many weaknesses here. Knight H5 looking for the F6 square.
Yep, he takes the knight. Maybe pawn at G7 or at F6. Pawn at F6. Yep, there he goes.
Oof. C3 goes back.
Ooh, it gets a queen in hand. That looks deadly. I think we're moments away from Plotkin and Oscar closing out this match.
Yeah, it's almost done. Now, you can take...
Take on E5. Take on E5 is deadly. Knight takes...
Right,
or
knight
that?
F6.
I think knight takes E5 was a little...
Mate.
Oh, they just resigned. I think they chose to resign. They keep a little bit more time on the clock, but it's not enough. I mean, Lars O and Plotkin can basically stall this out. And if they just let the clock run, they lose with no time on the match clock. So I think it's pretty much over.
Right. And I think Lars is just not moving now.
Yes.
It's over. It's over, yeah?
I think they realize it's over. They're ahead 6-3. So they can just let the time run. It'll come back to, let's say, 6-4, but that will be it. So it'll be Lars, Oscar, and Plotkin facing off against Awonder and Jeffery. So I'd say Jeffery and Awonder should be the favorite in that one, but, Lars and Plotkin definitely capable of winning that one as well.
Sure. Do you know Lars? Or he should be about your age, right? Or
yeah, I believe he's a few years younger than me. He's a young grandmaster, I believe, from Norway.
Norway, right?
But he's really good in Bughouse. I do know that. Yeah, he's one of the best in the world.
So this game doesn't really matter, actually, because the maximum they can reach is 6-4, and they will have the 2 points difference. So it's decided, guys.
Yes, as soon as that timer runs out, this match is over. I'm a little bit surprised that they are, actually playing. I mean, okay, I guess they're just making sure, don't get checkmated in one. Never allow that, and then, you can play. Okay, now they can just do whatever they want. The match is over. So we can start
playing for the fans.
Yes, exactly.
So 25 seconds for black. He's not moving. 30 seconds for chicken roast. Chicken road, sorry, he's not moving either. So your last chessable course is about the accelerated dragon, right?
No, actually, after that one, I made another one on the Slav defense.
Okay.
The accelerated dragon came out in October of last year, and the Slav came out at the end of May. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's finished, right? So it's 7-3, I believe.
Yep, another win for Lars and Plotkin. So they win the match 7-3, and now they're facing off against Awonder and Jeffery in the losers final. And the winner of that one will face off against Isaac and Yanak in the grand final. But yeah, Pepe, we've talked about this before. I mean, what do you think? I think that Jeffery and Awonder should be the favorite, or do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I think they're really, really strong. So, but you never know. As you said, it's a 20 minutes match, 2+0. Anything can happen. So hopefully we'll see a great, great fight.
Exactly. And Lars and Plotkin are strong as well, of course. I assume they're now given a little bit of a break. They just came off that last match. They had 20 minutes of non-stop, intense Bughouse chess. So they definitely deserve a little bit of a break. But, the fans are waiting. We want to get that match underway pretty soon. So just stay tuned, everyone. Yep.
So are you okay? We're
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah? Or not?
No.
Okay. I thought. So I was about to ask you, like, are you training for the eSport World Cup, or
Yes.
doing something differently? I don't know.
No, yeah, just preparing some openings, trying to play a lot of online events. So I've been playing like Title Tuesday, 3 Thursdays. So yeah, just trying to play a lot of online chess, trying to get in shape, and of course, checking some openings as well.
Right. You streaming these days as well in your channel, or
not as much, right? Because now I'm focused on preparation. So yeah, that's definitely my main focus right now.
They already started. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Already started the losers final.
So let's see what is going on. Yeah. The loser, by the way, of this match will finish in third place. Of course, a good performance as well. But the winner will move on to the grand final for all the marbles. By the way, I like this position for Jeffery on the small board. I mean, he has a million pieces. Oh,
it's mate.
Yeah. All right. Well, they were just crushing on both boards. So Jeffery and Awonder are taking the first win. Oh, here we see the opening. That was the opening, right. I believe. I believe it's e4, knight f6, knight c3, e5, knight f3, d5. We've seen a lot of games with e takes d6, bishop d6, and then d4. That's how they get that position, I think.
Right. But I also saw it like started with pawn to d5 on move number 1. Some sort of Scandinavian. And then they were playing e5, and they were not taking en passant on e6. They were allowing to take on d4. So we should definitely check at some point.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. I like this for Lars. I'd say he has a nice initiative going on the king side with a lot of pieces over there. But Jeffery defending. Oh, but rook at. No way. That's not checkmate. Never mind. But it's close. It's almost checkmate.
And after pawn to h6, they played bishop f8. So it's so important to control the g7 and h6 squares. They're giving up the material in order to do that. He doesn't want to move the rook. Yeah.
Yep. And Lars didn't have pieces in hand to continue his initiative, and that gave Jeffery the time to counterattack with pawn at g2. Can follow with queen at f1. So some great moves here by Jeffery to try to take over the initiative. Pawn at d3.
Wow. Bishop e1 and pawn to h6 once again. Very scary move. The bishop on d4 looking like a monster now against in that diagonal.
Yep, bishop h6. I mean, Lars has a queen. Oh, is that checkmate already?
Wow. I think you have to cover with some knight g8 or something. Some piece of rook g8, maybe.
But then maybe he goes like, I don't know. Okay,
It's
by
not
the way,
checkmate,
Jeffrey
right?
has a lot of pieces. In the meantime, I'd say Awonder is doing pretty well on his board. He's got a nice attack. He's
Right.
got a lot of pieces in hand. So Jeffrey just
Mhm.
has to survive. Jeffrey has to survive. And let's see if Awonder can get it done on the other board. Pawn G7. Ooh, I think this is checkmate. Well, it's
Pwah!
not.
Wow, crazy how he's surviving here. King G7, he
Maybe
goes
a
back. He
draw.
cannot go to the corner. He cannot go to the corner because there's Queen G7 and Black won. What happened there?
Yeah. Well, Awonder got it done on the small board. He got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2-0 for Awonder and Jeffrey. Let's see if Plotkin and Losh can strike back. I mean, they need to do so
Mm-hmm.
sooner rather than later.
Wow. Now we see some attack there for White on the big board. But the King on G8 looking kind of safe. Knight C6, developing pieces. Um, White has a queen here, so he plays queen to G3 and Knight H6, but Knight takes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just blunder.
Okay. Yeah, and by the way, look at that game between Losh and Jeffrey. Both sides have a million pieces in hand. I think Jeffrey is kind of okay for now, although I don't know. Looks
okay.
kind of
Bishop
scary.
F2, yeah?
Yeah. But okay, I guess
Bishop
Black
F2.
takes.
Yeah, with the knight on F2, and then Queen F2, and then probably many pieces coming, yeah? So Knight G4 check. He doesn't want to take on F2 Jeffrey for some reason. So perhaps he's going to go King G1 or King E2. There we go, King E2. Wow, Rook F2. Crazy. If you take Queen F2, looks really, really dangerous. Followed by Knight E3 at some point.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Jeffrey
Okay,
with
so let's
33 seconds. Yeah, they're waiting, both of them.
I think Jeffrey's getting crushed. The question is if Awonder can get it done. Awonder has a few seconds to get it done against Plotkin. So let's see. But Jeffrey, he's not getting mated, right? Or is it actually
I don't
mate?
see the mate. I don't see the mate. Bishop F2, King D1, and where's the mate?
He's about to got a second on Plotkin. So let's see. Both
7
players are going to have to
seconds.
pick up the speed now, and there we.
Crazy. Ooh, Queen D2. Wow. But there's no mate.
Let-
Wow. They're so fast. It's crazy.
But Awonder
Last
didn't.
one.
I mean, Awonder had to keep moving. He had to flag Plotkin, but now Jeffrey got flagged.
He was not moving? I wonder.
At least not fast enough. All right, but I've never seen this opening. Wow, what is this? Crazy stuff. Jeffrey loses a piece. It's by the way 2-1 now.
Right.
Go ahead.
I've seen that queen on H1 already in a few games, like in the opening.
I don't like this for Awonder. I feel like he's getting crushed here with Bishop H3. No, this is over. This is over. Knight
Should be
95. You're not surviving this.
King A4.
Oh, Rook B4. It's over. Yep.
A Rook B4.
It's 2-2.
Yeah. Wow. I think the score is not right? Because I see 2-0.
No, it needs to be updated. It's now 2-2. Right, so Jeffrey and Awonder started off strong, but Lars and Plotkin are fighting back. It's far from over.
It is far from over, right? And what's going on here? Knight H3 check by Lars. Lars is playing really well today. As you said, is a big expert. Queen D5. They sacrifice the queen there on D5. I would never have guessed that move on the small board.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, Jeffrey is thinking. Plotkin. Okay, Plotkin wants that queen, so that's why Jeffrey hasn't moved yet. Jeffrey is in an awkward spot. They're again having that stare down, right? Jeffrey doesn't want to move because I think a queen would be pretty deadly if Plotkin gets it. But
Right.
Jeffrey
Queen
also
C5
doesn't
or
really want to make
something, yeah.
another move. But Queen C5 then 92, you know?
Right.
Maybe Queen E4 can be played, or Queen F3. Goes Knight F6. G7.
D6.
Okay, he's now up some
Not
time
trading
against. At some point, Plotkin has to move. He's down 2
Well,
seconds.
he takes
compared to
F1,
Jeffrey.
it's mate, right? He takes F1, it's mate,
Yeah.
so he's gonna be careful.
Okay. I think Jeffrey simply has to wait now. He's up 3 seconds against Plotkin. Plotkin is probably just lost because Plotkin has. He's down a lot of material. Awonder also has a queen in hand. So I think Jeffrey just has to wait. That being said, how is Jeffrey not losing here?
Well, Bishop G2 or something, or Queen takes C7. He's got a few moves, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, he's
But,
got like 3 seconds on Plotkin. Really surprised that Plotkin is just waiting. I mean,
Crazy. Only 2
Nah.
seconds for Jeffrey, but now, yeah, they managed to win. So it's 3-2 for the Grandmasters. This is the opening.
Yes.
This is the opening. E4, D5, pawn takes, and then E5 there or something.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna have a quick look. Wait, let me try real quick. E4 knight. Never mind.
Never mind.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's see what's going on. Who do we? It's hard to say what is going on. What do you think, Pepe? Which side do you like here?
On the small or the big board?
Just in general, which team do you think
In
is ahead?
general, it's crazy here. Like, let me see. I like Lars' position. Now there's some rook d2 which I don't understand. Just sacrificing a whole rook. Perhaps he wants to go. I don't know, because he doesn't have any knights. So I don't know what's going on after king takes d2. Really?
Yeah,
and I like
Plotkin.
Yes,
I like
Right,
Plotkin. I
me
think he's
too.
doing really well with a lot of pieces. But I do wonder what's going on in case Lush just takes that rook. What does Jeffrey have up his sleeve? I don't understand, to be honest.
Right. Me neither. Yeah. What's the idea behind after king takes d2? Because he has only pawns in his pocket. So pawn to e3 doesn't do anything, right? Just take. Nothing really happens. What's the idea here? But something is happening here. Something is happening, yeah, because it's not updated, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. There was.
Okay. Mate.
Okay, anyway, Jeffrey managed to win. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so it's 4-2 for the Grandmasters. Let's see if Lush and Plotkin can strike back.
Wow. They're so quick.
Mm-hmm.
1 to 8-6. Sacrifice the queen once again. So there's a queen on g3 hanging, but they don't care.
Okay, so let's see. Say overall, this should be good for Awonder if he can get like a pawn to drop on d2, or if he can get like Awonder can get some pieces. He should be crushing here.
Right.
It's always
Jeffrey
difficult.
position looks okay as well. There's bishop 8, rook f7.
Ooh, Awonder getting the queen. What can? But there's no clear pawn h3. I like that one. If you take with the pawn, there's queen g2. You take with the bishop, you promote the pawn. It's a nice move by Awonder.
And h takes g2 is coming. Beautiful move.
In the meantime, this looks good for Jeffrey, as he has a lot of pieces coming in with check. Maybe just take that rook.
Right, there's a knight on f2 as well that he can take.
Ooh, queen e3, but I think you just
23.
block with like, right.
The rook. There are no more checks, right? Pawn to d2, I just take with the queen.
By the way, is there,
So we managed.
knight d3, you have queen takes, so you can meet queen f2 with king d1. It's close, but it's not made.
Right. Knight d3. What a move.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
By the way, Awonder is crushing Plotkin, but where is the mate?
Knight g2, that's
there.
mate. Knight
Yeah.
g2.
That's a nice mate. Yep. It's now 5-2.
4-3.
It's 5-2.
5-2, right.
Right. So it's getting tricky for Lush and Plotkin. I think this might be a must-win game for them. If they lose this one, it might just be over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over because only 6 minutes left. They have to win this game. Let's see. Let's root for them. So we want to have more fight between them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see what's going on. I'm sure that Jeffery would love to have like a pawn or a bishop that he can drop on d2, but he doesn't have it right now.
Mm-hmm. Rook c3, attacking the queen, bishop to d3. Looks solid. Now black doesn't have any piece, and the queen on d7 is under attack. So black is waiting for something for sure. Perhaps a pawn on d2 would be really annoying. But nobody's moving, yeah? And Jeffery is 5 seconds down, so he's got to move. He goes queen to d6, and now it's white's turn. Now perhaps some pawn once again on d7 and some bishop to b5.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone castled.
Yep. Okay, let's see if Plotkin gets a knight on the small board. That'd be pretty deadly with knight at f2. Awonder trying to fight back, but I think Plotkin is pretty safe on the small board. I like this for Plotkin and Lush O, and they really need this win. Yeah, that's mate.
Oh, that's mate.
Yeah.
5-3.
Perhaps Awonder and Jeffery had to stall it out a little bit. Awonder could have, bled like 90 seconds off the clock there. Could
Right.
definitely been useful later on, but perhaps they felt it was a little early to start bleeding the clock.
It is 5-3 and 4 minutes left, so I think they cannot lose this game once again, Hodge and Plotkin, because that would be 6-3, and then probably only 1 minute left or something. So
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Indeed, this is another must-win game for them. And I like what Lush O is doing with that pawn on h3.
Right. On to f6, and now he can start, attacking with queen h3. Looking good. That king on d8, some sort of solid, right? You're running away.
And Awonder, I feel like he's getting crushed on the small board. I feel like we're seeing a comeback here.
Oof, there's
What?
mate on e8.
Wait, why did he not take that queen on f7? I mean, could that not have been taken?
I would have taken it, but I don't understand anything about this game. So king d8 was such a mysterious move.
Now Plotkin has checkmated with a queen or a rook. But okay, he is down on time compared to Jeffery, so he has to move at some point.
That's why it's so important to see the other board, because now you cannot trade queens, for instance, in Jeffrey's game. That would be mate immediately.
Yeah. Okay, pawn b5. Wait, what?
What happened here?
Wait, what? They just... Nah, but...
They just resigned. Well, maybe it's not such a bad move. Yeah, because they will have... No, they just have one more game. No, it's over for them.
Unless they win this one quickly, but if Jeffery and Awonder bleed some time off the clock, at some point they can stall it out, so... I'm really surprised they just resigned there. I don't think they... Okay, well, we're getting word in the chat that they were down too much time. I mean...
It was not
I don't know.
that lost, right? And they resigned once again.
What? Why? Wait, what? Why do they resign? I mean, they could probably, stall out the game and win, but now it's 6-4. Plotkin and Lush have a chance to, win this one and force more games.
Yes, so I'm not getting anything about what they're doing, but there must be a reason.
I think they're just so much in the flow of playing
Right,
that
that
they don't wanna resign.
they are not paying attention to the clock, maybe. So only 1990, sorry, minutes, seconds left, and it's 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
Looking
Let's
good for
see.
white here on the big board, yeah?
Yeah, I
Looking
think
really good.
Plotkin and Lars are doing pretty well. Lars, having some pieces in the attack as well. And okay, I think Awonder did a good job fighting off the initiative.
Right?
So let's see. Awonder also up on time. That's also important. And now it's Jeffery coming in with the initiative, perhaps.
Jeffery now with a check on f6. Well, it looks very solid for black. They're looking okay for Lars and his teammate. Not sure anymore because now Awonder is actually taking a lot of pieces there.
Yeah, really like what Awonder has done here. Has made some nice inroads. Like,
Wow.
wow, nice moves by
Wow,
Awonder.
E2. Yeah.
If Jeffery can survive, they should be in great shape to close out the match here. Wait.
Mm-hmm. That's
Also,
right.
by the
Bishop
way,
f2. Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. Awonder needs.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, Awonder
has
has
a
a
queen.
queen. He has
Queen
a
G1
queen.
or Queen H1. That'd be tough.
Right.
And Jeffery is fine. I think Awonder and Jeffery are taking this one. That being said, Jeffery is low on time. So can
He's got 30
and by the
seconds
way,
only.
Lars can come in with a queen on like C1 or something, so it's far from over.
Perhaps, on the big board, knight f7 could be an option, because he's got some pieces. Knight f7, rook e8 check. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but perhaps it's what he has to do.
Or knight at
only
G6.
7 seconds. Right.
Yeah, he goes for it. But is it enough?
They lost. It was mate on b4. Yeah, on the smaller board.
All right, nice win for Jeffery and Awonder. They win the losers final 7-4 and move on to the grand final. So here we see the bracket as we get a rematch between Isaac Chiu and Yannick Awatramani against Jeffery Xiong and Awonder Liang. But it should be said, Pepe, that Isaac and Yannick have 2 lives, so Jeffery and Awonder will need to beat them twice.
Right, and another important thing is that I think the final is not a 20 minutes match, but instead it is a 30 minutes match. I'm not sure, but that's correct. Yeah, so I think so. Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
But
we'll see more. Oh yes, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that if the Grandmasters beat them, the second match would be a 20 minutes match.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Right, yeah, so the reset will be 20 minutes, but the grand final will see 30 minutes of high-quality Bughouse chess. So really curious to see, what do you think, Pepe? Do you think the Grandmasters can force that reset, or do you think Isaac and Yannick will just take it home right here, right now?
I think we saw already that it's pretty balanced between them, so I think anybody can take this trophy home. So hopefully we'll have a great fight in the next minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, alright, well, lots of exciting Bughouse chess ahead, but we are going to take a short break, but do not go anywhere. When we come back, we return with the grand final of the Bughouse Championship. We'll see you soon.
Name as many grandmasters as you can in 3 minutes, but going through the whole alphabet. And you can have first name and last name. So if you say Garry Kasparov, you can choose if that's K or G. You have 3 minutes. Go.
Andy Woodward,
Anish Giri,
Abdusattorov, Anatoly Karpov,
Boris Gelfand,
Boris Gelfand,
Borknik, Boris Gelfand,
Magnus Carlsen,
Caruana,
Caruana, Carlsen.
Dmitry Andreikin.
Ding Liren.
Dubov. Alexander Donchenko.
Andrei Esipenko.
Yefim Geller.
Esipenko. Edis Gürel.
Maybe skip F.
Fabiano Caruana. Oh no, I said no. Fischer.
Fedoseev. Frederick Simay.
Garry Kasparov.
Garry Kasparov.
Grandelius. Jan Gustafsson.
Hikaru Nakamura.
Hans Niemann.
Hikaru Nakamura. Okay, let's skip this age.
I feel like she's looking. She flinched. Time for my revenge. Good luck, Dina.
Good luck, Andrea.
Thank you. I've been working on my theory for this, actually. Have you studied?
Not at all.
Typical. I saw you have a new best friend now, huh? I remember when I was your best friend.
Yeah, that was at the time when you still remembered my date of birth.
Did you remember mine?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I did send you a happy birthday text.
Yeah, but what's the date?
It's in November. December. Okay. But I did send you a happy birthday text.
Of course.
Okay.
A day later.
Well, I was in Europe, so... Or no, actually, I was in...
Yeah, in Europe it would be a day, in Europe it would be a day earlier. How does it feel to finally find your love?
I knew that was coming. Feels great, thank you. Okay, I'm down a lot of time. I had some interesting... Okay, so I feel like your secret queen is not on this side. Because it's definitely not the H pawn. Maybe it's probably the G pawn. Everything is okay for now. Oh my gosh, I have 40 seconds. How does it feel to still be in love?
Amazing.
Is he still beating you at chess, or have you?
Yeah, that's why the love is so strong.
Nice.
How's your hearing?
It hasn't gotten any better. Are you stalling because you're about to checkmate me?
Yeah.
Are you serious? No. There's no mate with secret queen. Okay. No, you're just bluffing. There's no checkmate even if you had a queen on G7, B7. Okay. Okay, so your queen is right here. Nice. And I'm all defended.
I heard your sister finally found her love.
She did. I actually helped scout him for her.
Really?
Yep.
Are you like matchmaker?
I'm a matchmaker. That is, they call me modern day Cupid. That's why we're wearing red. Oh! You're gonna kingside. Oh, okay. All right, I need to get some speed. I have 16 seconds. Okay, what are you playing here? Should I sack my knight for your juicy queen? I don't need to sack, actually. Or maybe I should have sacked. Oh. It's okay. Yeah, simple tactic. Okay. Oh, man. I panicked under time pressure. Can we play one more?
And welcome back, everyone, to the Chess.com Bughouse Championship. Pepe, we are now getting ready for the grand final between the grandmasters, Jeffery, Xiong, and Awonder Liang against Isaac, Qiu, and Yannick. Who do you think is going to win this one? Let's have a look at the bracket. Is it going to be the grandmasters, or are Isaac and Yannick are they going to close it out right now?
I think this was the final expected by everyone, right? And in one side we have two strong chess players, not grandmasters. I think Yannick is about 2,200 players. I was checking the other day. And on the other side, we have the super grandmasters, So it's a very interesting fight, experts versus chess grandmasters. And the match already started, Benjamin. Let's see what happens.
Yep, indeed. We see the scores here, but that is from the last match. So that is, a little bit confusing. But let's keep in mind that, so we have to, eliminate, let's say, 2 points from No Chewy Candy. It's Jeffery and Awonder.
Mhm.
It'll give us the correct score. I like this for Jeffery, making some nice inroads there on the king side. Can that pawn simply be captured, or?
Oh, I was going to say that the black king looks very safe, but not anymore. Okay, what happened? Queen h2, mate.
Yeah,
12-team.
Awonder got checkmated on the small board. Okay, so let's see. Game 2 underway now. Jeffery with a quick bishop b5 at h4, hitting that pawn on g2. Okay, now the scores are updated. As we can see, 1-0 for Isaac and Yannick. On the small board, what do you think about the small board?
The small board, there is a funny queen on g8 and the king on d8, but it looks kind of safe for black, but not anymore after this knight to c7. Intend to go e6 with the check. Right? And there we go. Pawn to d6. Wow, crazy.
Yep. Awonder, defending and counterattacking at the same time. Let's see. Wow.
Wow. They find really difficult moves there. This knight c5, not to go queen d5, but then after d6 looks safe for black already.
Yeah. On the big board, also some crazy tactics happening right there. Jeffery has an extra queen, but black having quite a few pieces around that white king on f1. But it's not that easy to do something with it for No Chewy Candy.
Probably it's not a good idea to take on f3, right? Because then the g2 square can be really scary.
Okay, so we see queen trade here. I don't know in whose favor that is. But I'd say Jeffery probably has to take. On the small board, I like what Awonder is doing. Awonder, if he gets a knight, by the way, it's checkmate. That is something to watch out for. Jeffery could, if the moment arises, go queen takes f3. And then
it's his turn.
G2.
It's his turn. He can take queen f3.
But it's not Awonder's turn.
It's not Awonder's turn. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so now the danger is gone. Let's see what Awonder is going to do here. Takes an f1 and goes rook g1.
Wow. And
but I think Jeffery has a mate here.
D8. Right.
Yeah. E7 mate. Yep.
E7 mate. That's right. 1-1.
Yep. All right. And here we see the opening.
This is the open.
Yes.
Finally.
All right. Yep. Okay. Knight at f5. Also pretty, common theme. He's hitting h2 now, which is a bit awkward to protect. You would love to have, let's say, a pawn to drop an f4. But, for a while he didn't have it. Now it is a bit awkward for Jeffery.
Yeah, white is really safe here.
This should be pretty good for 12-teen. I mean, maybe knight to f4.
And black has no more pieces, so looking fantastic for white here.
Yeah. I'd say it looks pretty good for No Chewy Candy and 12-teen. They're now taking their time. I wonder why exactly. Maybe 12-teen is waiting for a pawn to drop. What? He just hexes queen? That seemed unnecessary to me, but hey, what do I know?
Bishop d4. He takes on d4. This is crazy. In order to give a check on e5.
Yeah. If 12-10
And
had a knight, that would have been deadly at d2, but he didn't have one.
now he's got some fresh air with a4. Now he's got the a2 square to escape.
I'd say this should be good for no chewy candy. He has the attack and he has a million pieces in hand. Not
Right.
maybe Jeffery can take an h4 and then drop a knight on f3. It goes g4 instead. They could have. You got a block in the h file.
Yeah, now Awonder has a queen there on a8. He can actually, but he only has the queen, so it's looking good for.
I think that's checkmate, right? Is it not?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right, 2-1 for no chewy candy and 12-10.
The Jovava London.
Yep. Ooh, pawn at d2.
Ooh,
Nice
pawn
move by
to
Awonder.
d2.
This gotta be good for Awonder, especially if you can get a knight to drop. Ugh. If Jeffery can give him some pieces, this should be about to be over.
Should be over, yeah.
But the question is, can Jeffery give him those pieces?
In g3, and now there's the threat on d2.
And on b2, I think this is over. Unless
Right.
something crazy happens, I think they're going to press the resign button.
Can I play? No, bishop c1, knight b2, and then queen d2 mate.
Yep. No, I think they're going to press resign. Just wait for it. It's my prediction.
Can I start
Because
giving
now-
some checks, like knight f6 or something?
I told you.
No,
they pressed
they
resign.
resigned, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
2-2.
All right. So now we have the opening once again. Let's see if one side is. Oh, bishop e6. Jeffery with a novelty.
It's like the London system, yeah? They play it all the time. It's like the Bughouse London system.
Yep. Right. Wow. Knight f5. Like, nope. You can have my queen. Go ahead.
Right. 97. He doesn't want to take on e7 for some reason. This is really difficult to me, like so many times they can grab pieces and they don't do it. And they really
Yeah, it's
know what's
just-
going on.
It's definitely
Oh.
counterintuitive.
It's mate
Wow.
for 12-10. Knight to g3. Crush it.
Yeah. So they take a 3-2 lead. Let's see if Jeffery and Awonder can strike back. Bishop d6. Oh, goes f3 instead, I guess, just to be safe.
And
Okay.
the queen on g3 looking good.
Oh,
Covering. Ooh,
if
knight
you
f5.
take, then there's. Oh, Jeffery throwing everything in no Chewy, but Chewy is whole. I don't think you can take that.
No, because there is pawn to 8-6 or something, right?
Yeah. Wow,
Oof.
look at no Chewy Candy hanging in there, but you gotta
Wow.
think that Jeffery should have things. He
Yeah,
should
queen
have
h6.
things under control. Yeah.
Wow.
Some really nice attacking moves there by Jeffery to
I think
tie
it's
things up in the
3-3,
match.
right? It's not 3-2, it's 3-3, right? Or yeah, it's
3-3,
should be 3-3.
yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Extremely balanced this match. Now bishop to g4, bishop h4.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't understand that move.
Bishop e5, nice move for Chewy. Okay.
Looking really good for Chewy right now. Chasing that queen on 8-6. Has no room. He's gonna sacrifice the queen. It's completely lost.
Yeah, I'd say this has to be this is crushing. You just Jeffery just resigned. He had
Just
enough.
resigned.
4-3 for Chewy and 12-10. Let's see. What do you think of this sacrifice? I mean, it feels like this cannot be enough, but it's a bit annoying. It's like a lasting initiative, I'd say.
What do you mean, like the opening or?
Well, no
Or
Chewy Candy,
this-
the knight sacrifice on f2.
Okay. Looking super safe for black. But the question
Mhm.
is, like, do I have enough pieces, like, now to compensate?
Wait, but take on
Well, I
d7,
guess
take on f7. This looks really scary. Wait,
there's
how do you
bishop
not get
e6
mated
followed by
here?
queen
Bishop, yeah.
f5. Queen f5 mate.
Uh,
Oh no.
Queen e6 or queen
Queen
e4.
e4.
But where's the mate? King c5,
King c5,
king
knight
b3,
e6.
knight e6.
Knight e6.
That's it.
It's mate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Great game by Jeffery to tie it up 4-4. I mean, both teams definitely deserve to be in the final.
Wow. Once again, this opening. Knight g8.
And look at
Crazy.
what's happening in the other board. Also some craziness going on over there. If 12-team gets a queen or a knight, sorry, or actually a queen is made.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
but
I
that's
feel
why-
like
Mhm.
I feel like somebody who is just starting with chess, you know. I don't get anything basically. So now I feel like you guys out there on the chat, if you just joined this fantastic sport.
Right, so let's see what's going on over here. I mean, if 12-team gets a queen, that'd be checkmate.
Right?
But
On h1.
Jeffery, yes, but Jeffery has 2 seconds on him. So he cannot, I mean, perhaps we've seen this before. They stall it out until like a couple seconds on the clock, and then they go to that crazy time scramble. So perhaps he's trying, he wants to try his luck there again.
But is white getting a queen if black moves? I don't see how. Knight takes e8. Where's the queen? There's no queen, right?
Yes, but I think Jeffery doesn't want to play that. He ideally wants to play f6 g2.
Right. He did it already. He played.
Yeah.
And for now, he managed to survive with the queen. So there's no
Mhm.
queen h1.
Wow, look at that. Awonder sacrificing the queen. Wow, picking up a lot of material with check.
Right. Only 18 seconds for 12 team. 21 for
Still,
Jeffery.
ooh, bishop f3. Ugh. That is a nasty move.
Crazy. Only 10
Awonder
seconds
getting
for 12 team.
checkmated.
Wow.
But Jeffery gets it done. Wow, impressive stuff.
Mhm. It's 5-4 for the Grandmasters.
Yep. By the way, it should be pointed out, I believe No Chewy Candy is streaming. So big shout out to
Really?
him. Playing
Wow.
and streaming at the same time. He definitely deserves a shout out.
Yeah, with this time control, it's actually really difficult. So
Yep. Okay, so what do we think about this one? I'd say it looks pretty good for 12-team. I mean, that king on e7 is wide open.
also for Jeffery, it was looking good. You know, he can grab the queen on g6. That's queen for free.
Mm-hmm.
But as you say, the king situation for Awonder is not ideal. But he managed to. Wow, the king is on d6. Is gonna survive or not? The king is on c5 now. But then counterplay with e2 on the small board, guys.
Wow. Look at these moves. Knight b7, picking up the rook. I feel like over time, this is not survivable for Awonder.
Right.
Jeffery, though, crushing kind of on the big board, but Isaac Hing, oh, that is a great move. Queen h5. Wait. And yeah, that's
Queen
checkmate.
h5.
And,
Yeah, bishop g6, checkmate.
All right. And Jeffery and Awonder take a 6-4 lead. What? 16 minutes still on the match clock. Plenty of time for Isaac and Yanak to fight back.
Wow. They're pre-moving every single thing here. White sacrifice an exchange, but at the same time, the black king is really badly placed. It's crazy.
These guys are so fast, and they perfectly feel the initiative.
I'm too old already for online chess, you know? Like from A1 to H8, I spend like 2 seconds, you know? So,
All right, 6-5. Chewy and E2. Was he trying to catch him off
E2.
guard there?
Right.
It felt like a little trap. He was trying to catch a pre-move, I think.
It's 6-5. It's extremely balanced. Anything can happen, guys. Don't go away. You cannot miss this final. Bishop F6. What happens if I just take
95,
knight
I think
D7
now.
fork? Wow. Grabs the queen, yeah, on F6.
Yeah, or knight takes D5, also possible. Let's
Right.
see.
They never
King.
want to capture. There we go.
Ooh, that's a nice move by
Oof.
Jeffery.
Beautiful.
He's crashing through right now. And Jeffery, okay, just take that. But then G takes
You know,
H4 with check.
There was a smoother mate if black took on E6, queen E6, knight D7, knight B6, queen C8, knight D7.
Yep. All right, let's see. Jeffery should be winning. But wait. Oh, wait, what
They
happened?
resigned.
Oh,
It's
okay.
6-6.
Well, yeah, it's a tight match.
And 14 minutes left. So
No Chewy Candy would love to get a pawn here, and yeah, because he will drop it on H6.
Yes. F4, trying to go for F5, controlling the F4 square as well. No weaknesses.
Jeffery would love to get a pawn in the meantime. He will drop it on G7, of course, to repair his kingside.
Now F5. What happens with the Awonder skin? Is skin on E2?
That is chaos. I have no idea what is going on over there, but I'd say for now, I'd say both kings are fairly safe. By the way, I do want to ask Chuck, because he's saying pawn at E2 is hilarious. I'm pretty sure he was trying to catch Jeffery pre-moving there, right? Or was there
It's like
something else
this
going on?
bullet. When you go in bullet bishop H6 in order to go bishop G7, it's the same trick for Bughouse, yeah?
Yep.
So,
all right. So let's see. Okay. I like this for Jeffery. I think he has the better prospects to start an attack.
Right.
Like Rook. Yep. There. Ooh, that's a lot of material. Dropping with check. Knight takes or
still
rook
surviving.
takes.
Yeah. It's going to take with the queen on E1. And still not clear how to checkmate. Looking very good for Jeffery, but only 40 seconds on the clock.
On the small board, it should be pretty good for 12-10, as he has a queen in hand. Queen. I mean,
what?
A little bit surprising that Awonder walked right into the checkmate there. Is it 7-6 for Chewy and 12-10?
So it's 7-6 for Chewy and Tramani.
Yeah. And I think they're looking pretty good in this one as well. Although, there just goes a queen.
Right. Queen F7, giving up the queen on D8.
Teen would love to get a knight now. He would drop it on C5 and, everything comes in. Ooh, but Awonder has a queen. But it's not made, I don't think. Queen D2, take,
queen
bishop
D2,
E4.
Queen F3, King G3.
But that might be a move. Bishop E2?
Now should be made, yeah?
Knight F3, Knight H4.
And Knight F3, yeah. He has another knight. It's 7-7. Wow.
Yep, with 11 minutes on the clock. We have our opening again. Let's see. Knight at F5 has happened here a couple times. Pawn E5, maybe.
Pawn E5, closing the file. Or what else? Queen D8. These guys don't play such moves, yeah? Such passive moves. Never saw that.
Apparently not. Yeah. Okay, let's see. By the way, Awonder has so much time. By the way, both 12-teen and Jeffery are stalling now. So let's see what they're gonna do.
Wow. So it's some sort of Giobaba London system on the small board.
Yeah.
But with a pawn on g2. Okay, they played finally. Pawn on f3 and then pawn to e5. There we go. Action.
Wow, look at these moves by Jeffery.
Wow.
The queen would be made. Pawn at h3 can perhaps also be considered. Yeah, there he goes. Take.
Bishop f3.
Ooh, knight g5.
Wow! Wow, king h4 early move. Where is the mate? There should be a mate.
Bishop h3. Yeah, there's mate.
Wow!
g6.
G6?
Or g4.
Ooh! That was super beautiful. Incredible, yeah? They didn't want to play queen d8 or place a pawn on e5. They went for this queen sacrifice. Just amazing how these guys play.
Yeah, great stuff by these guys. As Jeffery and Awonder take an 8-7 lead. Wait, just take that? Okay, take on g7. Boom. Yeah, and of course he doesn't take instantly bishop f6. But now, let's say you take an f8, bishop takes. I think black is fairly safe there. On knight. Rook is mate. Rook is mate. Oh, rook g8. Rook g8.
Ooh! Rook g8. Mate!
9-7 for Jeffery and Awonder. With 9 minutes on the clock, there's still time. But you have to make that comeback at some point.
Right, and they still need this 2 points difference, right, to win this match, of course. Knight d5, no.
I think Awonder is, by the way... No, wait. I mean, he's kind of crushing, but he also gave up his queen to get there.
Right.
So... Jeffery,
Knight
by the
c4,
way, doing
beautiful.
some good stuff on the big board. Knight takes d4, maybe. Yeah, he goes for it.
Queen f2. To d6.
Interesting. I find it really interesting that he chose bishop d6 over bishop e3, winning the queen.
Right. So...
You can again. I mean, pawn e3? I'd be tempted to go pawn e3.
Yeah, bishop e3,
Yeah. He's stalling. Okay, wait. He's probably stalling because Awonder would be in big trouble if... Ooh, wait. Does 12-teen have a checkmate? He only needs a knight. But he's down
also a rook.
6. But he's down on time. Okay, the checkmate is gone now. Awonder is...
Right.
Oh, they just resigned.
Here?
Wow. What?
So it's 10-7. Looking super good now for the Grandmasters.
I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, I guess they were just down on time too much. Oh, wait.
It's done, yeah? It's mate.
This game is over, by the way. This game is over.
It's mate, yeah. It's 10-8. On the big board, guys, there's going to be mate on e6.
Yeah. Awonder resigning. Okay. They need another win here to bring it back to 1 point. Let's see if they can do it. Wait, he just drops a piece. That's a little odd.
Queen f3, sacrificing everything once again.
94.
Looking terrible
you have to
now.
sack the queen there. Yeah.
They should be super tired as well, yeah? They've been playing already for like 3 hours of Bughouse, so...
Yes, yeah. They've been playing for a long time. They've had breaks in between, but Jeffery and Awonder have played a lot of chess. Yeah, and there could easily be the reset after this. So I hope the players have some stamina in their tank. Sack the queen. Got it. Oh, queen
for the first time they don't sack.
Wait, queen takes d1. I mean, that's a lot of material to drop all with check.
Queen h1 now. Come on. Don't let me down. Sacrifice the queen once again.
I would think, by the way, he has 2 knights in hand. He's got to be able to do something with that.
Right.
Knight g4.
Knight g4. And bishop d6 check.
I'm not sure about those moves. I mean, this could perhaps let Chewy back in the game. And by the way, 12-teen only needs a pawn. If 12-teen gets a pawn, it's checkmate on f2. So I think they might be in trouble here. Wait, I think they're in massive trouble.
Pawn or bishop, right?
Because 12-teen is getting a diagonal for sure. I think it's just lost. Although
he's got
it's the time is like exactly equal. But we'll see. We'll see now. I cannot tell.
I cannot tell. Who's got more time? I would say 12-teen. Like once again, 0.1, 0.2, but before I was wrong.
But Jeffery can go. Jeffery can go knight f1. He can go knight f1.
Right.
To stall, but he might have.
Wow! 1 second.
Wow! Amazing play by Jeffery and Awonder to get the flag done.
It's 11-8. They managed to survive once again.
And
so it is a must-win situation once again now for Chewy and Awatramani. Sorry.
Yep, they're in double must-win. They need to win this one and then win another game. Fortunately for them, even if this game goes to full distance, there will be another game after that, so they can fight back.
Right.
Some nice sacrifices by Jeffery here. This should be good. But Awonder is trading off the queens. If he can trade off the queens, 95 would be deadly.
Right,
time is
queen
again
c5
even.
for queen f7.
Yeah, so
actually mate, yeah?
I mean, 95 maybe king d8, but so I think 12-teen is just waiting this one out. He's probably again going to try to take it down 2 times scramble.
Right.
So I think what Jeffery needs to do, I think again
No,
they
but
just
it's
need
mate,
to wait.
right? It should be mate after bishop e7, right? So 95, king d8, bishop e7, and then queen d6 or something. It's very close to mate, but perhaps not.
I think both sides again are gonna wait this one out, and I feel like Awonder should have like the easier time flagging 12-teen, but who knows? And maybe I feel like Jeffery has like half a second more, so I think they're again going for that strategy.
We'll see what happens. It's only 30 seconds now. They'll wait till the end. And we'll see the chaos coming very soon.
Yep. They're having a stare down here. They're like, no, Jeffery, you move first. He's like, no, 12-teen, you move first. Jeffery has, I'd say, like half a second more. And there we have some moves finally.
Moved. Bishop
okay, gotta move, gotta
looks
move.
very good. Oof. 4 seconds. 12-teen, 1 second. King d2 is pre-moving. They managed. They lost. Yeah. So it's gone. Yeah. It's 12. It's 12-8.
Yeah, this match is over with a 4-point difference with 2 minutes to go. Jeffery and Awonder can now just stall out this game if they want, and this will be the last game. And so Chewy and 12-teen cannot come back. I mean, they do need to be aware of that though, and they do need to make sure not to allow a checkmate on 1. But if they do so, then this match is over. Ooh, okay. Awonder needs to make sure not to drop a queen.
Right. I think they could stop playing right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I personally would do, because I'd be worried, that I somehow accidentally get checkmated.
Right.
But even if they lose this one, they can still lose another one. So perhaps they just want to keep playing to keep the flow.
Right. Yeah, they can lose actually 2 games, so it's completely over. Yeah. Doesn't matter what they do.
They would just need to make sure to lose that second game. I mean, that is a little unnecessary, allowing another game, but now they can just stall it out. I mean, if they lose this game again quickly, that'd be really
But
unnecessary.
It's 13-8. So they actually won this last game. So
Oh, never mind. They won. What am I saying? Yeah, they won.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, well, it's over. It's going to be reset. So what do you think, Peppa? Do you think with a win in their back, Awonder and Jeffery are going to take it home in the reset?
Well, psychologically, it's very good now for the Super Grandmasters. Yeah, they won pretty convincingly this match, so I think they're actually great favorites right now. I would say, because of
Yeah.
that, the psychological effect can be interesting here. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, no, I like their chances as well, as they're just crushing them 14-8. That is no joke. And that means the grand final is in the reset, is in the books, but we're going to have a reset.
Right. And are they having a break or?
No, we're having a short break, like 1 minute, but after that we are going to resume. So, let's collect our thoughts, Pepe. So, as we see here, we see the bracket. 14-8. That is no joke. That is quite a big score.
Right. So yeah, we'll see what happens. See, the previous match was 10-8. Now 14-8. Anything can happen actually. So it's now very important for Chewy and his partner just to take a break. Just start from the beginning, and it's a new match, and of course anything can happen. They're really good players as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this break came right at the right time. I mean, I believe it might have even been like 8-8 at some point. So Jeffery and Awonder went on a tear in the last one, winning like the last 6 games, or winning a lot of the last games. So let's see. What do you think they're going to have to do differently to come back in the reset?
I don't know. Maybe they have different approaches in terms of openings or something like that. Probably they have different strategies. So for sure, try to change something. Yeah, and they already started. So
yep,
what are we having here?
But Jeffery is having his opening again.
Right.
Curious to see how that one will proceed. I don't know. The moves are just flying in so quickly.
Right. Nice. That pawn on g3. f4. Like that move.
They're so fast. How do they do this?
Looking good for who? Like, I'm taking a look at the big board. Queen d1, threatening the knight on h5.
Yeah, and because of Awonder's speed, he was able to wait. Like, 12-team couldn't wait for a knight there. And now Awonder should be pretty safe, at least for now.
Bishop h4. And black has many pawns there, but also some interesting square for white. e5, g5, h6. A lot of weaknesses along the dark squares, and wow, bishop g e2 counterattack.
Yeah, Awonder
sacrifices. They don't care. They don't care about queens. Like it's really amazing. 97.
Yeah, that knight has to go, but the attack wouldn't be gone there. You take with the pawn or.
Whoa!
Oh, wait.
What is that?
Oh, but he was gonna get a queen on the next turn with queen g7, so that's why they resigned. All right, well, they keep crushing Jeffery and Awonder. I believe they've won like the last 6 or 7 games.
7.
Yeah,
that's right. So
let's see if they can build on that momentum, or if Chewy and 12-team can strike back.
Now, knight b5, looking good for Jeffery. He's got a bishop in his pocket. Maybe he can try to play bishop d6 or something. But h6, like this funny-looking move, trying to open the h-file. But Jeffery says, no way, gonna sacrifice everything on g6 and f7. Now queen g4, coming for the attack.
Yeah. By the way, I just had a quick look. They have won the last 5 games, and they've also won the last 8 out of 9 games. So they definitely are in sync right now. I think that's fair to say. They're, in flow. And Chewy and 12-10. I think, Jeffery is crushing again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bishop f6. No, knight f6 looks good. Or knight takes e7 as well. But they don't take queens. They never take queens, these guys. Okay, they did, finally.
f7, nice move there. Bishop e8. Okay, how do you break through, though? Maybe drop a pawn on e7, yep.
On the other side, Awonder's king is suffering a lot there.
But now he's fairly safe again, right? He's got that queen on g1
Right.
and the queen on d6 covering a lot of squares.
Mm-hmm. And
I think
12-10 has only one pawn, yeah? Has no pieces.
Yeah, I think they're counting on Jeffery to get it done and Awonder to survive.
Yeah, 41 seconds for 12-10, 38 for Jeffery. f4.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Also, Jeffery has to make sure not to flag, and Awonder will have to flag 12-10. See if they can do that. Time is even,
Yeah,
1,
it's 24
22,
seconds.
23 against, 20 seconds and change.
He promoted a knight. It's looking
Chewy?
super good
Wait,
now
this
for
got to be
Jeffery.
checkmate. Checkmate. Yep.
Rook f6. 2-0, yeah?
Yeah, they are crushing. I mean, Chewy and 12-10 are gonna have to turn things around, or else things can get ugly.
Yep. Has to go back to g1. Looking good now, this game for 12-10.
Yep.
But he finds
Love
this
that
queen e2 move.
sacrifice.
Wow, d3, g5. Amazing how they play.
Wow, and knight c2 pre-moved. Those are so good.
Super good. Now queen e1 is a threat.
Okay, I think they're taking this one. I mean, it looks really good for 12-10. And I don't know if Jeffery can mount a comeback in the other game.
He's got to be super careful because now a rook is mate actually on e1. Rook e1 would be mate, but he actually played 12-10. He didn't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, threatening to take on c2. Still rook e1. Okay, they resigned.
Yep. Yeah, no, that was a very important game for Chewy and 12-10. Really important to get that win early and get back in the match. I mean, 2-1, no problem at all. But at some point, they had to stop the bleeding because Jeffery and Awonder were winning so many games.
They did finally. Looking good once again for Jeffery. A lot of weaknesses on the dark squares there for black. f6, e7, g5, g7.
Yeah. Ooh, 92. There goes a full queen. That one must hurt.
That hurts.
And I think that's it because 12-10 gets checkmate with a queen. Unless Awonder can come up with a comeback right now. But wait. Can he do it? But how do you defend the h8 square? I think no, queen h8 anyway. Yep, that's 2-2.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right, they're back in it.
They're back on track finally. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were collapsing a little bit, but now they're back there. So we have a big fight going on.
Yeah, let's also remind everybody that we are looking at 2-0 here, which is bullet, I mean, everybody, when they think of bullet, they think of 1-0, but 2-0 is also bullet. And in bullet, momentum is so important, right? Like you can go on tilt. Also, when you have the win in your back, you can win game after game after game. And perhaps we see that happening in this match as well.
Mm-hmm. Are you, Benjamin, a bullet addict, or you don't play much?
No, I like blitz. I like blitz a lot, but bullet I don't. It's really unfortunate. Like the other onliners really lucky to have bullet brawl like another event, but I'm not good at bullet. Like I was not addicted to bullet, when I was like 10 years old, like some of the others. So I just cannot compete with like the Boardniks, the Jospins of this world.
Right. Yeah, all these kids are super fast. It's just impossible.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just too old to catch up now. Yep. Fortunately. Yep.
Now, if you are older than 15, you are already old for the game, yeah? Like for online bullet.
I think so. Yeah, I think with Bullet you really have to start out young for it to like really become part of your system. But maybe you also need to have like that natural gift of speed.
Right, right. This Andrew Tang, he was training, right? Like with a mouse, without chess. He is super good at bullet, of course, but I think he was some sort of training, like to move really fast. It's not
Yeah,
just a
no,
chess, yeah.
he is insane. And by the way, Jeffrey getting the checkmate. Oh wait,
Mhm.
but Awonder got
What
checkmated
happened?
first. Wait, but couldn't he
12-10, yes,
stall?
probably.
Wow.
It's 3-2. 3-2 for Chui and Awatramani.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Insane.
They won 3 games in a row right now.
Yeah.
So 11 minutes left. What's going on here? Like, Awonder has a really bad king on e8. Really bad king. He cannot castle. White king looks super safe for 12-10.
Mm-hmm.
And his partner on the big board is not moving.
But Awonder with 92, yeah, and there we have it, wins the queen, which is of course pretty important. Chewy Candy fighting back with the pawn on h3, swarming the king side now.
Okay, white finally takes that pawn on g2. Was super dangerous because queen h1 could be made.
It's a nice
Bishop
sacrifice.
h3. Wow.
No Chewy Candy, with the flow
Those pawns
e4. Okay, knight at f3.
Oof. 91. G2 coming.
I think they're getting crushed here. It's looking good for
E2.
Chewy.
He can take on g2, get some material.
Let's see what Awonder is doing. I don't think Awonder is. I think the story of this game is just that Jeffery is getting crushed. I don't think Awonder is. Although coming with some counterplay now.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's mate. It's 4-2. Yeah, they really found the rhythm again. Unless Awonder comes with a crazy comeback now, and he has a few seconds. He has like 6 seconds to get the comeback in. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Possible.
not
He's
impossible.
putting tremendous amount of pressure. He's got 1 rook and 1 bishop in his pocket, so still some pieces. But the action.
He's going for the draw?
What? It's a draw. It's a draw. Wow.
But couldn't he go for more by queening?
Probably, yeah. He had like 3 seconds or something to try.
Yeah, I think like queen, and you're so close to checkmate.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Taking the draw there, a safe choice, but I think there were chances for more.
Mm-hmm. What's going on there on the big board? He can take everything on d7. He can take a queen, but he doesn't want to do it. He wants that bishop on e6, so he's creating a lot of trouble. He does.
Yep. Okay, I feel like Chewy has found his rhythm again. Like, I think in earlier matches, perhaps, or in earlier games, I think Jeffery was crushing Chewy a lot, but now he's fighting back. So perhaps that's making all the difference in this match. Oh, but on the other board, 12-10 is completely crushing against Awonder.
Right.
I think that's going to be another win.
It looks
Yeah,
like.
they just resign. Yeah, 4.5, 2.5.
Okay, so at this moment, they're winning the match. So it's 2 points difference already, and only 8 minutes left.
Yeah,
Starts looking dangerous for the Grandmasters, right?
Indeed. Yeah, 8 minutes is still time, but if they get another loss, it could be over before you know it.
Of course. What's going on? Knight takes d4 here. What's the idea? Knight h5, queen h5, queen d1. Going back.
Okay. Surprising sacrifice there by Jeffery.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This does not look good for Awonder. His king is pretty open. I mean, ooh, some nice moves there by Chewy, breaking through on the king side. He's threatening queen at h1.
Wow. And on the small board, if 12-10 gets a heavy piece, a queen, it's over for Awonder. So has to be very careful.
I think this is going to be another win for Chewy and 12-10. And then we're looking at a 3-point difference.
That's a lot. Yeah, they resigned, actually.
I think this is a must-win game right here. You know, if they win this one, they still have a chance. But if they lose, I think it's just over.
Yeah, if they lose, like with only 2-3 minutes left, like they need to score like 3 wins. It's almost impossible. They need to win right now.
Yep. Let's see. Knight h6 can. Oh, queen. If you can get a queen, that'd be checkmate.
Queen g8 or a rook. Queen or rook.
So that's why 12-10 is offering the trade, but Awonder declines. Bishop f6, nasty move.
Right.
And Chewy is actually pretty safe. That knight on f4 covers a lot of squares.
Mm-hmm.
Knight f3 wins a queen.
Ooh.
It might have been a blunder.
Of course.
Jeffery is in now.
Jeffrey's back on track right now.
Wait, he drops
Bishop
the knight on
f4.
h5?
Nice.
Wait.
Defensive moves.
Take the knight on h5, no? Or am I missing? Oh!
Oh! Queen g8! King takes. Nothing happens, yeah? What's going on?
You're safe, no? Wait,
Knight f6. What the hell's going on here? I don't get anything. He can take with the bishop. He can take with the bishop. Yeah, it was a
this
bluff.
has to be winning for Jeffery.
Right.
And Awonder, how's Awonder doing? Oh, Awonder gets a checkmate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very important for the match there to come back. Now it's back to 2. With 5 minutes on the clock, they can still come back.
It's back to... It's 5.5 versus 3.5. Right.
Yep. All right, let's see. Can Jeffery get another win here?
So it's got the f7 square. To use it.
Yeah.
Only a pawn in his pocket.
I'd say, yeah. Okay, queen is made, but it's always... Or queen is made. Wow, he just sacked the queen.
Crazy. He's got some background problems here with the white pieces. He's gonna be careful. Rook d1 would be close to mate. That's why bishop f3, I like it.
Oh, g3, fantastic move. Making inroads. No, knight g4. Nope.
Ooh, knight h1.
I think that's the championship. I mean, it's 3... No, it's not over yet, but 3 points.
No, it's not over.
With 4 minutes to go, it's tough, but they need to win this game.
They can start playing with the clock as well, you know?
Yeah.
So what's going on here? Really messy on the small board. Too many pieces over there.
Yeah. Hard to say what is going on.
Looking safe. The white king on the big board.
Yeah, but I think on the small...
Nice move.
Oh, yeah. Some crazy stuff happening on the big board. On the small board, I think 12-10 is doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think this is looking good again for Chewy and 12-10. I mean, I don't see Jeffery and Awonder coming back in this one, and that would be the end of the match.
Looking super good. They need some magic right now. There, bishop h5. Check. Now the black king is in real trouble here. I don't know. Bishop h7. What's the idea behind that? Pawn to g6. Wow. Oof. That hurts.
Oof. The knight has to be taken.
H7.
King e8, there's f7. So...
They resigned.
Well, that's it.
And this is, I think, championship, yeah?
Yeah. A 4-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go is insurmountable. So that should be it.
f3. They shouldn't get mated in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I think this is it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They did it once again. Incredible, these guys, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I really thought after the grand final where Awonder and Jeffery just crushed them 14-8, and then they also won the first 2 games of the reset, like that they were going to do it. But they managed to find their rhythm again and pull themselves together.
Mm-hmm. Should be 5. Nothing really happens. Only 90 seconds left in the clock, and they would need actually 3 wins. So Jeffrey's not moving. He's waiting for Awonder to checkmate his opponent. But 12-10 is saying, I'm not gonna move. You won't have time to score 3 more points, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, this match is coming to an end. All right, less than a minute on the clock. I mean, Awonder and Jeffery might win this one, but it's all a little too late. They can... Yeah, it's pretty much over.
Mm-hmm.
They lose this one, there'll be no time left. Oh, and actually, it's not even a given that they'll win because Jeffery is very low on time.
Right. He's got 10 seconds. The question is, are we going to have another game? Not sure. 6 seconds left and 3 seconds on the clock? I don't think so. No, we won't have another game.
All right, so that is it. Yeah, all right, amazing stuff by 12-10 and Chewy as they win the Chess.com Bughouse Championship. Let's have a look at the bracket.
Impressive. Impressive. They do it once again after last year's victory. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a really impressive stuff, winning the final reset, 7.5, 4.5. But what I find really impressive, Pepe, is how they pulled themselves together. I mean, look at the final, 14-8. That is no joke. Losing the first 2 games as well, but then they were crushing once again and managed to win the reset.
Yeah, and also in the final reset, they started losing like 2-0 or something like that. So they lost like 7-8 games in a row, and they didn't collapse, and then, they just kept trying and they did it. It's impressive, yeah?
Yeah, so impressive. Them winning the title. Jeffery and Awonder fought hard. They definitely deserve to be in the final. I mean, we saw some great chess, that is for sure. And I definitely learned a lot in terms of Bughouse. I mean, we knew already how important the initiative was, but these players were so willing to give up like queens, like everything, as long as they got their initiative going.
Yeah, I also learned a lot. I had a lot of fun, and we need to check that opening, man. We want to play Bughouse, definitely. that is the opening to play.
Indeed, yeah. All right, well, it was a lot of fun covering this event with you, so I wanted to give a big shout out to you, Pepe. Thank you to our producer, Wouter Bick, and to everyone in the chat. Pepe, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, it's been a pleasure. First time doing commentary with you, and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully we can repeat sometime. And thanks everybody for watching. It was a fantastic pleasure to be here and to watch these amazing players to perform.
Yes, thanks everyone for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next show. See you.
3, 2, 1.